On microphone check. Check, check, check. Can I take it back? I love my mic. And my mic loves me. Only true friend. She love the sound of my voice. Put your mics in the air. If you real. If you really spit that real. I'm about to check it out. Assassin, look. When I want competition, I just look in the mirror. With every word that I'm spitting, then the vision is clearer. Nobody touching what I'm clutching, plus I'm busting it first. Yes, your chest will be a mess by the end of the verse. Your body stretched out like a book on the pavement. People pass by as they look in amazement. Your body leaking your genetics, got you looking so pathetic. No need to call the paramedics, it's too late for anesthetics. Me and my microphone. 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 Coming out the dirty south, show everybody I'm the cleanest. Run your mouth, I send your body to the cleaners. Love my mic, so can't nobody come between us. Won't be nice for anybody wanna see you. Back up a little, just a couple of feet. You don't listen, you'll be missing just a couple of teeth. Hard to buy the rhyme, with no teeth in your mouth. Stepping out of line, then we sweeping them out. Me and my microphone. 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 My mic got jealous when I was talking to my girlfriend. So you know, it's like I'm caught up in a world when I'm not about the drama. I don't need that. Started yelling and all I heard was feedback. Said I need to choose, but do it quickly. Use a tool, you fool if you don't pick me. Since she made me choose, you know I left her. And pick my microphone up off the dresser. Me and my microphone. 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 Me and my mic been tight since 9-5. She don't wanna go out, she stay at home and vibe. Ain't nothing without her, I doubt she'll understand. Gets upset so I can't make no plans. Wants me to herself, she is so obsessed. When I go to sleep, I can't not get no rest. Calling off my phone when I'm gone too long. Says to her, be home, she wants to make a song. Me and my microphone. 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 This microphone. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can do no wrong. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can do no wrong. You know I had to do it. I had to take it back. Dedicate this to everybody out there that's doing music. Whether you're getting paid for it or not, it don't even matter. As long as you love it, I know it's gonna love you back. Put your microphones up. Put them up. Much love to all the rappers that paved the way for people like me. All the producers. Rest in peace to everybody that's dead and gone. That's fast. Keep rapping till I'm dead to get paid for it. Matter of fact, bury me with my microphone. Real. I'm fast, huh? Yeah, I love you too. Zipping them out like a last.
What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of the Straight Talk Sessions, the Man Talk Monday edition. Y'all know how I do it every week. Please let me know if you could hear me. Let me get a mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Let me hear. All right. So the chat's saying loud and clear. So this is Man Talk Monday, and we do have a fantastic show lined up for you today. This show is actually going to be a little more serious than I initially thought, but you guys know how I always do it. Before we get into the actual Man Talk Monday show that starts at 6, I just wanted to go over the news and the happenings of the channel, just to give you an update of what is going down. So if you haven't, please be sure to check out this past Saturday night show from Pour Your Heart Out, where they did a review on I forget the name of the show, but they did a Makeup to Breakup. Yeah, Makeup to Breakup. And they did a fantastic review. It was Mike, Shaka, Dr. Mia, and the Queen of the Straight Talk Society, Nene, and they actually got me on to watch this show. So they did such a great job on that. So y'all make sure and go back and check that out. That was from Saturday. Friday night, the MMA brothers finally got around to doing the UFC 292 review. So that's where we are on that. Things that you need to catch up on for the weekend. So let's get into what's going on this week. This week on the show, we have tomorrow, finally, the long-awaited debut. Finally. Tape Fist Politics is going down tomorrow at 6:05 right here on the Straight Talk Society. So y'all be sure and look into that. And the first episode is entitled Ron Disaster. So that, I mean, who knows what Venkat has lined up for that? That is Venkat's baby. So he's going to run point on that. But we've been waiting. Well, I mean, it's been coming for so long. I mean, we legit been waiting on it forever, but it is going down tomorrow night. Peace, Eddie. Peace, Tequila. Peace to those of you watching in the clouds. Make sure and hit that like button. Please subscribe and share the video. So let's get into it. Let's see. So Tape Fist Politics is tomorrow. Then Wednesday, Wrestling with Reality. We're gonna do the tribute to Bray Wyatt. You know, as you see in the beginning of the show, I did have his picture up. He did pass suddenly on Thursday. Actually, while I was doing another show, that's when I got the news. So we will be doing a tribute show to Bray Wyatt this Wednesday. And after the tribute, then we'll be reviewing the AEW All In show from Wembley that took place yesterday, which was a tremendous show. So make sure and stay tuned to that review. If y'all really want to hear me, the only unbiased person on the Wrestling with Reality show, gush over a show, then Wednesday is probably the day you want to tune in. Let's see what else we got. Piece of Ricardo. Let's see. And then on Thursday, we got another debate. Brother Peter Cox will be taking on Brother Duran. And the title of that debate is the Holy Ghost God? That will be going down Thursday, August 31st at 6:30 p.m. So y'all be sure to tune into that. Y'all know those biblical debates get rowdy, and you know there's a lot of fireworks in those debates. Then September 7th, we have another debate. Brother Peter Cox will be back again, facing a newcomer to the Straight Talk Society, Brother Stacy Mobley. And the topic of their debate will be, is it wrong to play musical instruments in worship service today? That'll take place September 7th at 6:30 p.m. So while we're on the topic of the biblical debates, let me get this one out before we start out Man Talk Monday. So, you know, I've been doing the biblical, we've been having the biblical discussions. I couldn't believe we've had 5 of them already. And then I think we have one scheduled for every Thursday in September. And then we mix that in with some biblical discussions. So I've said in the past that, all right, Kev. I said in the past that, you know, I love the biblical debates. I love them. I mean, the Bible, Peter Cox was one of the first biblical debates that I've watched. and I've done the biblical discussions. But what happened last Thursday was not it. All right. Then I want you guys to hear what I'm about to say. Let's look at some things in perspective. So every week I do a show with Mike, and me and Mike bump heads a lot. But me and Mike have never, when the show was over, it ended just like that. And we, communicate. We on to the next one. It never goes past that. Every week, everybody hears me bump heads with Vancat. And after the show, it's just like, all right, what are we doing next? I say that to say this. Thursday, I did a biblical discussion. And it was, I take some of the blame because I thought that people that stand on the word of God would know how to handle themselves. The display that I saw Thursday was disgusting. And not only for me, hold on, the queen just came in here. You want to? the display that I saw on Thursday was disgusting. On Man Talk Monday, I've had 10 people on the panel, and we all just allow one another to speak. We allow one another to get their point across. But from the Bible guys, it was absolutely disgusting. It didn't taper off until towards the end. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna offer this platform. I will continue to offer this platform for a place for you guys to debate if you want to. But going forward, I'm going to suspend the biblical discussions going forward as far as the open panel discussions. So I'll honor all the debates that's scheduled. We got like 4 of them. I'll honor all of those. But going forward, the biblical, hey, Eddie, let me tell you something. Eddie, I meant what I said. At you being 29 years old, the way you acted, I wish everybody else on the panel acted that way. If they did, then I wouldn't be doing this. Because you showed discipline and you show what it's like to be a man in the Bible. So this has nothing to do with you. But I run a channel that talks about all type of controversial stuff. And the fact that the only thing that gets the vitriol and hate in the comment section is the Bible discussions, there's a problem. There's a big problem with that. There's a big problem. So going forward, like I said, the station is going to be open. All debates are welcome. I honor all of them, but you set them up on your own, or we'll set them up in the back channels. I'm going to suspend all the open Bible discussions just because you guys just don't know how to act. I mean, seriously, it's terrible. So after that show, I had people calling me that have nothing to do with the Bible, nothing. Call me and they're like, bro, that was terrible. They were like, those guys acted so bad. Like it wasn't even funny. They was like, man, they had no discipline, no decorum. And I'm just like, I get it. I understand. And when it all boils down to it, it makes me look bad. That's the bottom line. Because again, my face, Vancat will be mad at me because I don't have the logo up or anything. But my face is who's on this channel. And it makes me look bad. Like, seriously, you guys don't know what I deal with when I hit the end button. When I hit the end button to this show, me, Mike, Kev, Wayne, whoever else comes up on the panel, we're going to go to bed and worry about whatever we got coming up next. When I hit the end on the biblical shows, I go look at the comment section and it's just hate and vitriol. You know, I tried to open it up and be like, all right, let me just open it up, but it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. And it all points back to what I've always said. At some point, if you're going to try to lead somebody to doing something, you got to set some type of standard. I wouldn't even, I'm not, there's no lie. The text messages that I get from just random people, hey, kick this holiness. Hey, bro, I told you, don't let me pull your skirt up and tell everybody who you are. Kick him out of here. Get him out of here, because if not, I'm going to pull your skirt up and let everybody know who you are. So your best bet would be just to leave out of here. Holiness, truth of God. We know who you are. And I'm trying to be cordial with you. So just get out of this chat, or else I'm going to just pull your skirt up and I'm going to embarrass you. And that's all I got to say. So Keeler, Ricardo, whoever, just kick them out of here. So like I said, these guys are just, and you see this is one of the, but you see, this is exactly what I'm saying. This is one of the religious guys. You see what I'm saying? So nobody, it doesn't matter what we talk about. I could bash gay people. I could bash whoever I want. I could do whatever I want. Nobody comes over here and gives me this vitriol. It's the religious guys. Like, they feel like this turf war. If I told y'all the amount of text messages that I get on a daily basis, you took his side. Why didn't you defend me? Why are you being so nice to him? Why are you walking on eggshells to him? Why are you yelling at me? Go look in the comment section of the last video if y'all think I'm lying. The video from Thursday, go look in the comment section and see what I'm talking about. In the religious video that we did, go look in the comment section and see what I'm talking about. I don't deal like that. I really don't. And holiness, truth to God. If I get a message, and I know you're still listening. If I get a message, I am going to show every text message that you sent me, so everybody can know how bad you talk about them. So your best bet is not to bother me. Do not bother me. I'm not the one. You want to mess with. So there you go. But so that's it. Like I said, man, I dare somebody just go look at the comment section on the last video. The first comment I want to say says something about me yelling at somebody and something about me being mean to somebody. Like, bro, today I literally had to cuss one of my employees out because they overstepped their bounds with me. That's just how it is. That's right, Keela. 63 comments of them just arguing back and forth. Like, nobody being edified, nothing like that. So going forward, y'all want to do all y'all biblical discussions, y'all do them on your own channel. You're not doing them over here. Eddie Israel, that doesn't go for you, though. I'll tell you that right now, because you got a great spirit. So if you ever want to do a presentation or something, you let me know. And we could rock out, because you don't come with no baggage. And that's, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all don't understand the headache. When I say that I leave this show and I be feeling so good, wrestling with reality, I'm going to feel good. Man Talk Monday, I'm going to feel good. But when I do the biblical shows, the open biblical discussions, I leave so drained and worn out because of all the babying that I got to do. I legit get messages. Why do you defend that guy? Why do you take it easy on him? Why you don't be hard on him? I'm like, bro, come, like, what? So that's where we are with that. Hey, the bottom line, truth of the matter is, you guys presented it to me. I accepted it. So I'm going to honor all the debates that I set up, and I will continue to do them. But the open biblical discussions are on hold, because I don't care about this turf war. I don't care about y'all Holy Ghost turf war. I really don't. That's ridiculous. You guys got so many doctrinal issues that now it's become a turf war. I don't need that. I don't care about that. I don't get down like that. And like I always said, hit dogs holler. Whoever I throw the rock at, whoever it hits is the one that's going to holler. So if you know you didn't do anything, you got nothing to worry about. If you know you're the problem, the troublemaker, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, Eddie, like I say, bro, trust me, you and I already got on. I talked to Duran the other day. Duran called me. I had a long hour-long conversation with Duran, and I told him and Jansen that they need to stop cutting you off and they need to let you talk. So, because I be wanting to hear what you're saying, man, and then they just cut you off all the time. So I told them about that, but it's all good, man. You always got a spot over here, man. You are a righteous brother. That's all I can say. You show righteousness, and that's all it's about. I could listen to you, and it'll draw me. The other guys, all they want to do is prove who's right, who's wrong. Every time somebody try to get a word out, they getting cut off. Every time. Every single time. Oh, I'm about to but I'm gonna say up. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I made my decision. That's that. Like I said, all the biblical debates are still on, but the open biblical discussions, you got to do them on your own channels. And if you want to set them up and have the debate over here, fine. If not, fine. It was a good run, but I don't have the patience for it. So with all that being said, I see my co-hosts are in the back. So I'm going to do this right this time. We'll be back. We'll be right back on the other side.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, heart cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonitions. Through the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most, the ones that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no jokes, so folks can overdose. Lyrically, I'm legendary, yes, I'm very necessary. Fast to see my adversary buried in the cemetery.
Man Talk Monday. Yeah. Straight Talk Sessions live.
You're gonna acknowledge me.
It's Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. It's time to man up with your hosts, Trevor, Michael, and Wade.
But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers. Not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
All right, and we are back. It's time for Man Talk Monday. I love how Mike got that screen in the back. It just kind of set it off. So cool. What's up, Mike?
Forever chilling, my G. Forever chilling.
I guess we got to call you Mango Mike. How you feeling better?
I'm getting there. I look like I got punched in the mouth, but I'm all right.
Oh, shit. I hope you didn't get punched in the mouth, and then you're not just saying that it looks like it.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'd rather got punched in the mouth than what happened.
Young Kev, what's up? What's up?
What's up, people? Kevin the Foreigner. Wagwan.
Thank you.
Hey, Kev, man, did you check out the video that I put up of you and Yanga?
Yeah, I did. It was funny.
Okay.
But I wish you cut it out when you did the bomb, because that'd have been like the cherry on top. But yeah, it sounded good.
He telling me how to produce the show. And y'all be sure to go check out the live feed of the channel and check out Mike Checked, where Mike just went and went off and checked somebody. You know, it's all good. So I'm pretty sure we'll be getting them type of clips on a weekly basis. So we got this show. Actually, I just looked at the videos and stuff, and it kind of seems like it's more serious than I anticipated it to be this week. So we'd be hard pressed not to start off with the most, I guess, important thing that's going on in the world right now, at least in the state of Florida. And since tomorrow is Tape Fits Politics, I guess we're just going to give them a quick taste of what we got, what we can expect. So Venkat, if you're out there, and you can hop on for a couple of seconds, you know how you like to talk. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So let's get right into this. I didn't really get to read too much into this or anything like that. So I'll be seeing this just as you guys are seeing it, but nevertheless, it's important nevertheless. So we got to get going on it.
New details this morning into the racially motivated mass shooting in Florida. A white gunman killing 3 black people in a dollar store and then turning the gun on himself.
Community leaders gathered last night to remember the victims, including a 19-year-old store employee, along with a young father of a 4-year-old girl. Alex Brachet is live in Jacksonville with the latest. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Robin. Yeah, the family of that young father is in shock. This community is hurting. One resident telling me yesterday that the only thing getting her through right now is faith.
This morning, this newly released security footage shows the horrific moment a self-proclaimed white supremacist shot and killed 3 black people at a Jacksonville Dollar General before turning the gun on himself. Authorities investigating Saturday afternoon's deadly rampage as a racially motivated hate crime, one that has left this predominantly black neighborhood reeling.
Our community is grappling to understand why this atrocity occurred. I urge us all not to look for sense in a senseless act of violence.
Police say the suspect, 21-year-old Ryan Christopher Palmetter, first arrived at Edward Waters University, a nearby historically black university, at 12:48 p.m. and put on a bulletproof vest. Police using this video as part of their investigation, showing the suspect getting dressed before the shooting. Campus security confronts him, tells him to leave, and later notifies law enforcement.
EWU flags down JSO officer and says there's a suspicious person on campus. He had an opportunity to do violence. In EWU, he did not.
At 1:08 p.m., surveillance video outside the Dollar General shows the shooter, without warning, firing 11 rounds into 52-year-old Angela Michelle Carr's Kia, killing her. The gunman then walks into the store and shoots 19-year-old employee Analt Joseph Legary Jr. And minutes later, after multiple witnesses flee out the back of the store, 29-year-old Gerald Gallion enters, the shooter killing him and missing his girlfriend.
At 1:14 and 23 seconds, the suspect enters the office. At 1:18, the suspect texts his father and says, "Use a screwdriver to get into my room." The father enters the room and finds a last will and testament of the suspect along with a suicide note on his laptop.
The family eventually calling police, but by that time, the rampage was over, the shooter taking his own life as officers arrived on the scene. All of this carnage happening in a little over 10 minutes. Investigators finding writings on the gunman, which they say contained racist and hateful ideology, as well as a painted swastika on one of the firearms. They say the suspect was involuntarily held for 72 hours at a mental health facility as a minor in 2017, but that he had no prior criminal history and purchased his guns, a handgun and an AR-15 style rifle, legally.
There was no criminal record, nothing. There was nothing that we could have done to stop him from owning a firearm, a rifle, or a handgun. There was no red flags.
It was hatred for this individual who lived in another county and do a senseless act. It's just unacceptable.
The grieving community reflecting on the lives lost, like Gerald Gallion, a father of a 4-year-old daughter, loved ones saying she was everything to him.
When you look at this situation, knowing that you have to tell your granddaughter, how do you make sense of all that?
I don't know. I'm just going to have to pray and ask God to give me the words and the strength to sit her down and tell her. Because she's so young. And all she knew was her dad.
That grandmother tells me that they still haven't figured out how to tell Gerald's 4-year-old daughter the news. She's dreading the conversation. Now, as for this investigation, the FBI is now looking at this as a hate crime. Rebecca.
Alex Perche. Thank you, Alex.
All right. I hate I hate these type of stories, but unfortunately, the world that we live in. Kev, what you got?
I don't know what to say. That's just sad. It's just a sad situation altogether. It's crazy that it happened like where I'm living at. Well, not I'm living at, but in my own home state. And I don't know. I really don't know the solution to like stuff like this. I mean, yeah, mental illness is a thing that is prevalent. But at the same time, it's like normal. Like it's normal to have like demons in a sense, haunting you to the point where you do things like this. I don't know what the solution would be, but I would definitely say like people should definitely do their best to stay safe and definitely arm yourselves. Like for me, I definitely plan on having a gun myself since I plan on having kids one day. Not saying that it's a solution. Because anybody catch me off guard, then what's the point of a gun? But yeah, definitely. I'll definitely say to people that they should arm themselves, make sure they keep themselves safe, and if you notice sketchy people, like definitely call it out. Maybe this. Oh no, I'm not gonna say that, but yeah, I would say definitely call out these weird situations, these weird suspicious people out. But I'll let you guys go.
So I don't think I'm gonna have as much to say as Mike, but I am very curious to hear what Mike has to say. So whenever I see stuff like this, first of all, it just infuriates me because it's a targeted thing. But as Ricardo said in the chat, and we are 100% on the same page, I am so tired of the mental illness crutch. And I know Dr. Mia, she gonna hear this and she gonna yell at me. She gonna leave me a 10-minute message yelling at me, telling me that how I love to discredit mental illness. And I am aware that mental illness is an issue, but mental illness cannot be the cause of everything. This guy, had he not left a last will and testament, had he not texted his dad and told him exactly what to do to get in his room, had he not walked in and pointed and fired 11 shots into the car and then came in and killed 2 more black people, then I probably would have been like, boy, and then he took the coward way out, like they always do. They always do. They turn the gun on themselves because they somehow feel that, oh, I'm a martyr now. I could be, because there are going to be some people that find some type of solace in what he did, and they're going to try to make him a hero, make him a martyr, like he did the world some good because of what he did. I'm just so sick of the the mental illness crutch. And what I will ask Mike is, they said that he spent time getting a mental evaluation when he was younger. But I mean, all kids get that. Not all kids, but a lot of kids get that. Do you think that, and this is to Mike and Kev, do you think that should automatically disqualify you from being able to purchase a handgun if you have any run-in with mental health? Like, if you're older, if you touch a kid, they put you on a list. You can no longer live in areas of schools. You can't do this. You can't be around kids. You can't be around parks and things like that. Do you think we need to treat these mental illness, if we're going to use mental illness as a crutch for everything? And y'all see what I'm doing, because I don't buy it. But if we're going to use mental illness as a crutch for everything, do we then need to start treating these mental illness, these alleged mental illness patients, like, hey, if you had mental illness issues growing up or whatever, it disqualifies you permanently from from being able to own or get a gun? And that's my question to you guys.
I'll let you go, Mike.
I think that's a slippery slope. It has to be proven, because I know people who have mental illness records because someone lied. I know people that have mental illness records because police didn't like them, and they just took them in just to do it. So it has to be a proven record by a doctor. But if a doctor says something's a little off, I'm cool with that. I don't think it'll ever happen, because we live in the South, and if you know anything, they love their weapons. I think, first off, I want all you racists that want to kill people out there to know, I'm not like Trevor. I don't think you're a coward. I think you should kill yourself a step before you go killing anybody in a store or any children or anybody. Just go ahead and handle that first, and then you and your maker can talk about the feelings you have. Don't take anybody with you, because if you take mine, I'm going to try to bring you back to life. I'm going to do my best to make you hold on. And then I'm going to have a potato peeler. And then I'm going to jail for the rest of my life. I just need you to know that. I'm not a thug. I'm not a gangster. Just stay away from mine. Stay away from my family. Stay away from anyone I say hi to. Jacksonville, hey, Kevin, that's not just our state, bro. That's 2 hours away from us. That's right up the block.
Yeah.
That's up 95, my G.
Like, I like what St. Louis said. St. Louis says not being a racist, but every time white people do something, there's always a mental illness. Hey, you can't dispute that one. But when it's someone of color, they always call it down. The comments running away. When it's someone of color, they always call a thug a gangbanger. But when it's white people, it's poor me. Then he turns around and says every white school shooter, church shooter, mall shooter, theater shooter all supposedly had a mental illness. They use it as a scapegoat instead of accepting responsibility. First, the excuse was the devil made them do it. Now is the mental illness card. And I absolutely agree with that.
Hey, how about we start doing what they do to us? They let the worst of us color our whole race. How about we start doing the same to them? Because just because some kid in New York wears his pants down and shows his boxes, all of us are thugs. Well, just because your kids run up in schools and shoot them up, all you white people are monsters. I'm with it. If we're gonna make us a monolith, you guys are a monolith too. You guys are most of the molesters, most of the murderers. You like to say, well, per capita, that's cute. We're the brokest, but we'll take it. We'll take it. You guys are the sickest. You guys are the majority of the serial killers. How about we start calling a spade a spade? There's something wrong with y'all. There's something wrong with y'all. And the viciousness to take everything you thought. Oh shoot. Oh wow. Just because that's crazy. Just because you've thought, because the world makes you look like you're good because everyone wants to be you because you're in the position of power at the moment. I cannot wait. Everyone is saying that the countries are waiting for America to fall. I ain't waiting for America to fall. I'm waiting for white to drop. You ain't got to drop, just drop one notch where another race is above you and watch how they treat you. Oh, it's gonna be a wonderful day. I'm gonna buy a rainbow umbrella. I'm gonna have some flip flops, and I'm gonna sit out in the sun and call everybody a cracker that walk by. It's gonna be. I'm gonna twirl it. I'm gonna feel like, I'm gonna feel, bro.
Hold on. Kevin says he has the complexion to be covered by a mental illness claim, and then he says that they're terrorists. So this was interesting. This is what was interesting to me, is that they were so quick to label it as racial. Did that shock y'all that they just came out and been like, hey, this was racially motivated? They don't normally do that.
I think they had the proof, so they had to go there. I think if there was no dad go open my room and get the letter, or if there was no the swastikas everywhere, they'd have been like, oh, you black people are always making things racial. Because usually it is. White people don't mess with us unless it's racial. For some reason, they just wanted to go be racial over there. Call us all kind of names in your neighborhood, hate us. I'm fine with that. Just don't come over here. DeSantis took off the little concealed weapon thing. Black people, go get you some weapons. Go get you some guns. Like, stop playing. If you don't know where to go to Bass Pro Shop. They got hella guns in Bass Pro Shop. It ain't just fishing. Them white people go in there, let me get 2 worms and a Glock 19. Go in there and get you some. Get you some weapons. Get different kinds. I got the shotgun in the house. I got the Glock 43 in the car. I got the little one I'm going to teach my daughter to shoot when she turns 10. And stop thinking, well, we're so afraid. Teach your kids gun safety, then they won't shoot themselves.
So I'm with your question before, Trevor. I'm agree with Mike. Like, I think it's a slippery slope, but I know, right? It's crazy. I think it's a slippery slope too, but I do think there needs to be some type of regulation with not only just guns but other things when it comes to like mental conditions. Like, for example, with people with dementia, or like people who are just too old to be on the road driving. Like, I don't think anybody who has like a memory condition or dementia or anything like that should be on the road. I would say the same thing about a gun. I don't want them having a gun. They'll shoot me and forget. So I would think the same thing with I'll definitely say the same thing with guns, but I would tweak it and say like maybe not mental disorders, but like emotional control should be like the test, because it's like with road rage, like when you have the option to like pull something out and you're not thinking and you're just upset and you want to just take your emotions out, like that would just be a sticky situation to just let anybody have a gun. So I think if somebody has emotional control, I think that'd be like the best way to go about it. But I don't know.
So Mike brought it up. I don't know how I didn't even mention this though about the swastika. So clearly, clearly we knew what this was. But St. Louis says they need to be labeled terrorists, which is true. He said, had it been a Muslim, you already know they would have said terrorists. They absolutely would. But unfortunately, brown people don't get the benefit of the doubt. But the fact that he had the swastika, and I bet you now that they can go back and start searching his history and see stuff like that and see that this wasn't just a spur of the moment type thing. This was what was it last year where the guy drove a couple of counties and went and shot up all those people in the grocery store. I wouldn't be surprised if they were all, in the same little network type thing, because you can't tell me obviously Eddie saying he thinks it depends on mental illness. See, I know you're not using mental illness as a crutch, because even though I'm a champion for therapy, I'm also saying that mental illness is not the end all be all for things that we do. Some people, we just have some terrible people in this world. We have, when you talk about devils, since we talk about the religious discussions, the devil is in these people. Like, these people are the devil. Ain't nobody in no red guy with pitchforks and stuff like that running around. It's these people that we looking at. And unfortunately, we don't know, because now they all have to fit in the same category now. Because it's like, damn, I want to be cool with this white dude, but is he only just getting cool with me so he could end up turning around and blow my head off or something like that? You just never know. So Mike's right, man. Just y'all stock up and just be prepared, man, because unfortunately it's the world that we live in. If they're not wearing uniforms, then they got the rebel flag behind them, just coming to eradicate us, coming to get us off the face of the earth. And I'm never that guy, but I see what's going on. And if Jansen was over here, Jansen will tell me, because we're under the curses. I know, shout out to Jansen. I know he'll tell me how we under the curses. That's why all this is happening. But I beg to differ. I just think that is some ridiculous, crazy people in this world. And Eddie Israel is saying that there's a huge neo-Nazi movement in the country right now, because they feel okay to do it. Like, let's just look at this. Donald Trump was just arrested the other day, and now his approval has gone up, what, 21%? Like they're literally looking at this guy like he is their God now. He is their savior. He's the great white hope, basically.
Hey, don't let them fool you. There's been a neo-Nazi movement before Trump. I think it was the Department of Justice that put out the report saying that the police departments all across America are stocked full of neo-Nazis.
I can see
and that was before Trump. And they put the report out. They report on it for like 2 days, and nothing happened. Nobody said a thing. They didn't give them any more of the lie detector test to find out if there was any of them. They just kept on moving. They act like they don't care, because they don't. I tell people all the time, go look up that thing with Jane Elliott where she's talking to the white people, and she asked them, okay, well, how would you feel if you were black? And he's like, and would you trade places with them? And like, no. And she's like, well, obviously you know how bad it is for black people in this country, and you're doing nothing about it. They don't care. As long as they get to wake up white, and white means what it means, they will not lift a finger to save you. So like certain people who come on here, and I don't really agree with them all the time, you got to protect yourself. Get your weapons, get your artillery, act like the zombies is coming, because these dudes are them.
Yeah, this is, and what bothers me is, again, I mean, we talk about Bray Wyatt being 36 and dying, leaving 4 kids. They showed a picture of one of the victims, 19 years old, 19 years old with a little girl. My wife, had to do something after work today, so she dropped my daughter off to my job so she could go do what she had to do. And the pride that I felt, my daughter always comes up to my office, but the pride that I felt walking her through the shop, and everybody's looking at her like, man, that's your little girl. That's your little girl. This is a guy that's not going to be able now to know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? Like, my daughter looks just like me, and it's like, man, I made that. And now this guy has a newborn, and that newborn is going to have to grow up knowing that her dad is not there, not because he was a deadbeat, not because mama put him out, but because some coward took him out. Oh, and here's the terrible thing about it, that they said that he was able to push the girlfriend out of the way. or else she would have been another victim. So now the child would have been parentless. So, I mean, do I think, I don't know. Do I thank God for that? That, you know, that the mother was alive. All I'm saying is, man, the senseless open season on us, man. Like, it's like literally open season because you could get away with it. The amount of things I see of dudes just out in the open, just opening fire on each other. And then for the guy that's going to say, well, y'all do it to yourselves.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I really get sick and tired of hearing about that black on black crime. It's like almost like when I have to tell women about the pay disparity. Them things don't exist. There's no such thing as black on black crime. People rob and kill the people who they are around. That's just what it is. Black people kill black people. White people kill white people. Asians kill Asians. If you look up on anybody and say who kills the most Latinos, guess what? It's Latinos. It's human nature. You kill who you're around. That's just what it is. I prefer us not to kill anybody, but I don't like the fact that when we kill somebody, it's black. Oh my God, black.
They magnify it like,
yeah. The leading cause of white death is white people. Are we gonna start crying about white on white crime? I want to hear that on the Republican debate. This white on white crime is going crazy. I would love to hear it, but you'll never hear it because their murder is just people being a little crazy. Our murder is those people are crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
you ever notice, Mike? You ever notice as you say that, and Eddie says he found KKK recruiting flyers downtown where he lives. Man, I'd be interested to see one of those. And the link is in the chat if anybody wants to hop up. But you know, as you say that, Mike, what's funny is like, okay, so let's look, and you know, and I ain't making this not a race war, right? This particular show, but Venkat, I'm pretty sure will bring this up tomorrow. But if so, you know how when let's use sports, okay, college football team wins a championship, what do they do? What do the white kids do?
Oh, they tear up the whole town.
But what are they called? What are they labeled as?
They're exuberant students.
Now if we do that, what are we labeled as?
The monster thugs who destroy their community.
You see what I'm saying? It's like it never stops, man. It's just like it's the insanity, man. Like just the open season. And I know y'all got the DC snipers on us because they'll say, oh, because I like to say, man, white people are the ones that do this type of stuff. But they're like, oh, remember the DC snipers? Yeah, okay. So you got one. But when you look at St. Louis said it earlier, you look at the prison, the church shootings. That was Dylan Roof went into that church and killed those people. He was a white boy. You know, this guy, the grocery store shooting, was it last year? You look at all these mass shootings, it ain't happening from us. The same people that you call animals and you lock them away and put them in the cage are nothing but monkeys. They belong in the zoo, blah, 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 blah. We not the ones going out having open season on everybody.
It took the 21st century for us to get our own serial killer. The 21st century of human existence. Think about it. And not even because it's more than that because of BC, but we're not even gonna get into that. It took 21 centuries after Christ, quote unquote, for black people to have a serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
Who is King Von?
White people been doing that shit forever, and they don't even talk about it. You ever heard of Leopold II? Look him up. This man used to tie pregnant African women to horses and rip their guts out so the baby fall to the streets so it would demoralize the men.
I think they say he's the most bloodiest man. He could be one of the most bloodiest men alive. Like he has more bodies on him than probably Hitler.
Way more than Hitler. And guess what? I don't hear any. There's no Oh, dude, we gotta watch out for these Leopolds. He's barely a footnote in history. You know why? He killed black people.
Yeah, Ricardo saying Leopold was Leopold was worse than Hitler, but yeah, Mike on fire tonight. I can't. Hey, I didn't know when I looked at the run sheet tonight. I was like, oh boy, we got some serious stories tonight. I thought it was going to be all jokey and jovial, but hey, you don't always get that all the time. No. But it's the insanity, man. What you were going to say, Kev?
Oh, no, I'm saying I can't disagree.
Who is King Von? Cliff is saying, don't forget King Von. Who is King Von?
He's a rapper from Chicago.
Now, what happened with him? What happened with him?
Yeah, apparently he's a drill rapper from Chicago. He has a lot of bodies on his belt, and he had some internet beef going on with another guy. I can't remember his name, but he when he met him at a club, he pretty much pulled up on him to like fight him, like fist to fist. But the dude he was beefing with, his friend ended up shooting him, and he pretty much died from it. So
this is my
I want to say he's like, oh, go ahead.
This is my problem with people like Cliff. We're talking about people who have murdered and gone to genocide, and he talking about a nigga from Chicago.
Hey, and I was wondering because I don't know nothing about this, so I was wondering if that's what he was trying to insinuate.
Mm-hmm.
He talking about a rapper. I don't care, bro. There's white boys who kill people. There's white dudes who shoot somebody and eat their cousin. And human beings are flawed. We're nuts. Fine. I'm talking about people who go crazy, who try to mass genocide, who try to destroy a culture. Yo, these little nigglets that's running around shooting each other, that don't even. If it was so bad, right? And I'm not saying it's not bad, but if it was on par with who we talking about, the percentage of black people in the country wouldn't still be 11 to 13%. We'd be like 2%.
Well, he's saying he got 9 bodies on him. And shout out to Wayne, who just joined us. He's saying he got 9 bodies on him. This King Von guy?
Yeah. Guess what? Leopold killed 9 people from breakfast to brunch.
More than that.
What are we talking about?
Leopold killed like 2 million people.
Easy.
2 million.
And I think it was more than 2 million. He killed them easy. Easy. We're not even talking about slave. Yo, the amount of white genocide that has occurred just on black people. We ain't got to talk about other races. Just on black people. It's monumentous. And if we held them to the same accord that they hold us, they would be disgusting, vicious monsters. But for some reason, because of the black church, we've forgiven them and we want to.
Oh, don't get me on that. Look what they did. Look what they did to the Native Americans. Shout out to MD. Y'all make sure and drop that free MD 20 in the chat. What's up, Wayne?
Yeah.
What up, fellas? Kev, Mike, Trevor, what's happening? Everybody in the chat, what's going on?
Peace. Yeah, man, we just talking about this whack job in Jayville that killed the 3 people.
Okay. Yeah, that was crazy, man. I read a little bit about it, man. That was crazy. Sad story, man.
Yeah, it's open season. Oh, Ricardo's saying Leopold killed 4 million, so that's even worse. Wow. Eddie Israel is saying 9 body. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Chat getting away from me. 9 confirmed bodies. He probably got more. I'm assuming we're talking about this King Von guy. Everybody telling MD spread your Eagles wings. Hey, MD. Hey, listen, man. MD will be home soon. Don't worry about it. Especially when that tape fist politics fire up, MD gonna be like, well, damn, this where is that right here? So I ain't worried about that. MD will be home soon. So yeah, this terrible though. We So before I move on, I want to read this comment from St. Louis. White folks killed Native Americans and killed babies. They would cut babies from the womb and stomp the babies and peel off people's skin and use them for boots.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, people are
Bro,
probably
who put this in the chat? I gotta see. Oh, my cousin Kevin said that murder and pillaging is white culture, and it absolutely is.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I did a podcast with Zay. I did a podcast with Zay one time, and I asked him a question. I asked him a simple question. I said, Zay, what have white people contributed to humanity? Like I said, think about it. In all humanity, what have white people contributed? You know what Zay told me? I love Zay. Shout out to Zay, one half of the MMA brothers. You catch them every UFC event, pre and post. I said, what have they contributed? Zay told me, well, because of them, you know, we could go study the animals and stuff. I'm like, I said, that's the best you got for me. I'm talking about all of humanity. All these people have done is murder and because we can't use the R word, I'm assuming, murder and violate and just destroy things.
Theft. Their greatest accomplishment is theft. Chris Rock, a great American philosopher and comedian, once had a joke where he said he was talking about different peoples around the world and how much money they must be making from what they have. He was like, oh man, Jamaica's a nice place. He's like, yeah, man, you know, they got all that sugar cane. He's like, ooh, so they use sugar cane to make sugar? Oh, they sure do. And he's like, so they cut it, and they make it brown sugar, and they process it, make white sugar. He's like, yeah. He's like, man, them Jamaicans must be making a whole lot of money off of that sugar cane. He's like, nah, the white man making that money. He's like, how? He's like, hey, the white man stole it, bro. He's like, so you telling me they got Jamaican patties, oxtail, the best beef patties on planet, and sugar, and they ain't making no money? You got to tip your hat to Whitey. That's what white people have done. They are the greatest thieves on the planet Earth. Only one that comes close to them is China, and China pays for what they take. That's the difference. China will say, we want all your stuff, here's some money. America will go, we want all your stuff, hold these bullets. Only difference. Only difference.
St. Louis says, notice in history what color were all the dictators? White. They had one goal in mind: stealing, killing, and conquering. Comrade MD says civilization was brought to us through conquest. It's not pretty, but it is what it is.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Civilization was not brought to us by conquest. We had civilization before conquest. White civilization was bought through conquest.
Yeah, MD. You want to clear that up, buddy.
Hella smart cultures. Egypt was there before white people. They were doing mathematics that America still can't figure out to this day. It must have been aliens who made the pyramids, not these Negroes. Get out of here.
MD, you're going to have to clear that one up, buddy.
White civilization ain't the only civilization. Shaka Zulu had a civilization way before white people. The Zulus was running their tribes. They wasn't cutting off people's feet for not saying Toby either.
Look at Mansa Musa and all them, like black
the
people.
Richest man.
Yeah, what? Black people was always doing the thing, man. It's like
that's why they don't talk about it. That's why they trying to erase it. And all the stuff they talk about America that was created, black people did that. I promise you. You talk about the cotton gin. That was a black person who made that. Black person made the cotton gin. All the light bulb. That wasn't him. That was Tesla. That was whatever the hell he come from, whatever Middle Eastern country he came from. They just stole it better. Edison stole it, and everything got named after him. That was Tesla. That was Ladislaw. Is his name Ladislaw? Vladimir. That wasn't Edison. Edison was just better at the white game. He was better at commerce and commercials and showing, hey, look what we have. Don't look at those Negroes. Pay attention to this. That's what they better at. They better at selling they bull crap. They ain't inventors. Thank you. Yo, Kevin is on my retrograde team. Kevin, Jay, and Nene. Team retrograde.
Kevin said the fact that Moors had to teach white folk about hygiene should say enough.
You ain't never had a black person to wash their ass.
MD want to argue with somebody. I see Egypt was ruthless. Some guy was ruthless. Islam was ruthless. Can't let you go with that, Mike. MD, you know what we do over here. If you want to do a 2-minute debate, the link is in the chat. So we're gonna
because there's a difference between ruthless and evil. White people be on that evil tip.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. We're gonna get this back for Jesus. Let's just say Jesus, so we can get these dark-skinned people out of our city that we want to control. That's evil. Evil.
And everybody fights, so that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about little war that happened. Everybody does that. We're talking about just being ruthless and taking over everybody's stuff. That's what we're talking about.
Sake. Why is this Negro talking in the chat when he on the channel?
Yeah, MD probably driving, man. That's probably why he don't. Yeah,
so he
but
gonna
MD
type instead of talk while he's driving. That makes sense.
He probably speaking it. I don't know, man. But MD, he'll come on. The link is in the chat though, MD. Yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next story because I don't want Wayne to be too quiet for too long. So we're gonna go to the worst mother of the year. I knew it was gonna come up eventually. Dwayne, peace to my brother-in-law. Hold on, yeah, because y'all just typing in the chat now, man. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Please make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And if you feel inclined, the super chats are open if you want to support the channel. But just your presence here is support enough. But if you do want to give us a monetary gift, the super chats are open. Let's go to the worst mother of the year because I want to hear Kev Cape for this one.
What?
So, hold on, let me read this. Hold on. One more comment from Kevin. There's a difference between ruthless and savagery. Colonizers are savagery in pursuit of dominance.
Team retrograde. Let's go.
Yeah, Kevin. Hey, ever since Kevin came over to the dark side, he been all right. But when he with Dr. Mia, then he act like he don't want nothing to do with us. But as long as she's not around, he all right. So,
hey Kevin, I'm ready.
I'm Kevin the Foreigner.
I'm ready, Kevin.
I need that cape.
Shout out to Bones, the other half of the MMA brothers. Oh man. So let's get to this next story and what I call the worst mother of the year award. Oh boy.
That cape is nice.
Gotta do better. Just gotta do better.
A lady bought it for me.
You should thank her.
She had a crush. I couldn't do it. Oh.
So there's not much audio here, so I could talk over what's going on here. This is a young girl. I forget how old she is, but her mother's driving the vehicle right now. The young girl is in the process of stealing someone's dog. Let that sink in.
Yo, how dumb are you?
But we can't
know you on camera.
But we can't talk about this because we dragging. So the little girl telling her to get the jacket. So obviously she's done it.
Dog should have bit her.
What in the world? What is going through that dog's mind right now?
Yo,
all right, so let me give the update to that.
Please say they got arrested.
Thank goodness.
I got them back, y'all. Thankfully, the thieves, and that's exactly what I'm gonna call her. But the thieves seen the video and seen that I had news anchors as my clients, and how quick it was to get the news cameras out to my place to get it on the news. You seen how fast it went all over ATL Scoop. So I just want to thank everybody. But she seen it. She didn't want her daughter, exploited all over the internet, which is already pretty much too late. But Chase, hey man, next time you better bite some fingers off or something. But I got my man back. He seems to be good, so I'm good.
So listen to what he said. The mother didn't want her daughter to be exploited all over the internet. That's what he just said. The same mother that was basically the getaway driver while her daughter was stealing the dog. Wayne, come on, Wayne. What you got for me, Wayne?
I mean, yeah, this is just classic 101. Yeah. I know I sound like a broken record, but oh man, that white, oh my goodness, Mike, you got that good stuff over there. My goodness.
What is that?
Nah, man, this is just again, it ain't new to me, you know. Again, you got people that don't think that people are capable of this stuff. So women aren't capable of this. But well, we see as it is. I told you one thing I like about the internet, man, is just it's exposing their wickedness because it's been hitting for so long. And it's always the finger's always pointed at black men. So their wickedness is being exposed. Like being, just that's what it is. Nothing new to me. Everybody else, well, not on this panel. Some people may feel surprised, because of what they believe, but it's been going on, man. Been going on.
Hey, let your boy rock.
Kev, you can't hold up, Mike. Kev, you can't cape. Where's Kev? Kev, you can't cape for this.
Right here. You said what? I can't cape?
You can't cape for this one, Kev, no matter what.
Obviously I can, because clearly this man has a white dog, right? So that's the issue. He has a white dog. That dog is a man. That dog probably has kids he's not taking care of.
And he left that white dog out to tempt that black girl.
Oh my god!
Of course, that dog doesn't want to be there because you hop in the car with no issues, so he has no loyalty right there. I blame the dog, to be honest, because why are you
Oh my god! Some animals are just super friendly.
That was funny.
Kev, all right, because that was funny, Kev. That was funny. I give you that one. What about the act though? Because I too, when I found out that the owner of the dog was a man, I laughed at him for having that little punk behind dog. But that's besides the point. What about the act here?
Well, yeah, the dog was adorable. But yeah, the act is just disgusting. But I'm wondering what the backstory is. Was that like his baby mom's or like just a random person?
Kev, come on now, Kev. You think that guy had a baby mama? Kev, you think that guy had a baby mama? You heard him talk?
He might. I don't know.
You saw the dog?
Kev, that guy had a baby mama, Kev?
Maybe.
He got a mama, and he used to be a baby.
I know he likes women. He likes women. Can I say that?
Kev, you trying so hard not to just say that this woman is a piece of garbage.
Oh no, you can't excuse that. That was just awful. I just wanted to hear the backstory.
Bro,
unbelievable.
The worst part. People are missing the worst part. Not only is she disgusting, she's not even a real woman because she sent her child to go do it. But the worst part is animals are free. You can go down to the rescue and get a dog that looks just like that one for no money. So instead, of being an upstanding human being and showing your child that you can have caring and feelings for another species, you turn her into a criminal?
That's a $300 dog, though.
Right. I was
No,
thinking.
the hell it's not. That's some money.
Nah, that dog looked like it cost some bread. Nah.
Right.
Bro,
That's what I was
dog
thinking.
cost bread
That's
because
what I
he
was
watched
thinking.
it. He watched it. You can find mutts that look hella expensive. Go down to the thing. That lady didn't care about. If she cared about that dog being purebred, that dog would have been sold. Been sold.
Let me ask you this, Mike. Let me ask you this: if you put a lamp in your front yard and where the garbage can is, doesn't that mean you don't want it?
The dog was in the dog was in its yard, where it's legally allowed to be. The little girl ran up on the grass where she's not legally allowed to be.
That's a good point.
Thank you. She is a horrible human being. I don't like the woman. I don't like the little girl. Because you didn't look back and go, Mama, are you sure we should do this? You a ride or die thief. You was all about it. So those 3 generations that are ruined, you number 2, your daughter already gone, and you already, what, you about 6? You 6 and your daughter already gone. I ain't got no time for y'all.
She told
man.
She told her mama. Well, I don't think they knew he was black, but
It don't matter.
No, it absolutely doesn't matter. But she told her mama to give her coat. It just almost seemed like she did this before. That's what it just seemed like to me.
Right.
She knew what she was doing.
She definitely knew what she was doing.
What?
And at first I thought maybe, they just saw maybe a stray dog or something like that, and they just was trying to, get it or what have you. But if they knew that it belonged to somebody, yeah, that's terribly wrong.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
That's how hood people get dogs. You see the stray dog, you give them some hot dogs, and now you got a dog. That's fine. They went up in the man property. That's crazy. Go to the ASPCA. They give you 4 or 5 dogs.
They didn't actually go into his gate, did it?
No, the dog was just, he didn't have a gate. The dog was just out on the lawn.
Dog was on the lawn and they went in his grass.
Oh, okay.
I'm suing for actions detrimental to grass. I'm suing you for that. Hey, we in America, you can sue for anything.
Oh my God.
I want to read some of these comments real quick before you go, Brent. Michelle says, what would a mother do when the police bring her daughter home for stealing as a teen? Absolutely.
Blame the daughter.
St. Louis says, them white people about to talk now. You know how they are about their dogs. Watch, they call the little girl a thug. Yeah, they're going to call her worse than that. Yes. Ricardo says the backstory was the mother was driving and abruptly stopped to let her daughter go steal the puppy from in the front yard. That's all the story you need right there.
I don't need nothing else.
Eddie Israel, good point. Kids are raising kids these days. No one held the mother accountable, so she won't hold her daughter accountable. I'm curious to see how old the mother was. She probably was young. Well, no, because these older women are doing ignorant stuff too. Right. Ricardo brings up a good point. What would have happened had that child got hurt? Because we just were talking about everybody packing. Now, what would have happened if you come in somebody's property? And it is in Atlanta. Wayne, you could attest to that. Like what happens? Like, do you guys shoot on sight? MD is in the chat. MD could tell us. Do you guys shoot on sight when somebody comes in your yard? Like, what does that work?
They stealing my dog, sure.
They definitely got a shotgun to them.
Yeah, you got to be careful in Atlanta, man. They wild with that too. Because you don't need a license anymore to carry, so everybody's carrying. So you got to be careful.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't need a license to carry anymore.
MD says people steal high quality breeds all the time, like Frenchies and Poodles, for resale. So they just steal them to resell them. Which, I'm assuming there's a high market on that.
Right.
But I don't want to lose sight of what we're saying. And Brent, I want you to say what you were going to say. We have a mother who's driving around in a car, letting her young child get out and go steal a dog. That's literally like a mom going in the store, telling her kid, watching out while her kid shoves shit in her pockets. Like, that's what's going on here.
Right.
So I don't want us to lose sight of what's going on here. What you have to say on this, Brent?
I'm
I mean,
disgusted.
it's a simple case, man. She's just wrong and everything, man. I mean, unless, like I said, unless it was a situation where she thought that, it was a stray dog or something like that, when you know that you're stealing a somebody else's dog, that's just totally wrong, and it's just case closed. It ain't there's nothing even. It's just crazy.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick.
Please do.
Oh yeah, she's definitely wrong for bringing her daughter into that. I'd be less like upset if she did it by herself, but the fact like her kid got involved, then yeah, what if something happened? What if she got shot, et cetera, et cetera? That's unexcusable. Um, I want to assume that she's probably doing it to make money, to either resell the dog, or one scam I've been seeing a lot is like people steal people's dogs and they have like um, they wait for them to have like pictures like all over the neighborhood, um, with like
Yeah.
rewards for that dog, and then they use that to they use that dog to get the money. So I'm assuming she's scamming to like make extra money, which I'm gonna assume that she's poor, because if you had money or if you're in a good situation, why are you doing these things to make money?
Sir.
So I'm gonna
She's
trying to figure
the richest people steal. What you talking about?
Did you see the vehicle? That vehicle wasn't beat up. It didn't have no bumpers. It was white, clean, washed, and in good order. They not poor
watch it
enough.
beforehand.
No.
Hey, and
trying to be
listen,
their
and
kid.
not for nothing. If you poor, a dog is the last thing you need to be worried about. Like, listen,
Well,
a dog is the last thing you need to be worried about getting.
Well, that's what he's using the case for. That there was probably poor, so they want to use the reward as want to either sell it or wait for a
But even
reward.
holding the dog for the reward is gonna cost you money.
True. I was
Yeah,
thinking of
because
that
you gotta
also.
feed the little puppy.
Well, you could feed the puppy scraps. So
Yeah, KFC and whatnot.
That dog ain't eating no scraps, man. That dog ain't eating no scraps. My daughter wants a dog right now, and I'm like, hell no, because it's like almost it would be like raising another child.
Right, but that's a different situation though, Trevor. When you're raising the dog as if it's your child, opposed to just for a period of time before the reward comes out. Those are two totally different things. I'll feed them anything just for the moment.
Lettuce, candy.
Michelle brings up a good point. This is on social media. Can you imagine the teasing that this little girl is going through? Someone that they know has to see this. It's sad, bro. Like, I say this all the time, bro. These women don't realize how they play a hand in ruining their kids' lives. Like,
Bro, she went to school with us?
Bro.
Are you kidding me? I would leave my pencil on the desk, go walk to the table, and then come back like, can't leave my stuff around you.
Bro, they don't
you every chance I got.
They don't understand what they're doing. That's a good point, man. Like the roasting sessions that this girl gonna get in school now, and not for nothing. Who do they think don't have cameras on their house in 2022?
It's 2022, 2023. Everybody got cameras.
Everybody.
Like I legit, I always say I got cameras all over the house that cover every inch of the house and inside. Who does not have cameras in their house now? Like, what you think you may steal the thing, but you don't think that your face is gonna be on everything? These things, and we could plaster it up and put you all over social media. You're gonna be found. Like it's ridiculous at this point. The chances that people take.
That's why I can't stand them. You can't think past you're supposed to be a parent, and you don't worry about your child until they're caught on video. What do you do? What you're supposed to raise them. Supposed to raise them to be good people. You don't care about your child. You don't care about her learning about stealing, because I guarantee you, when a kid learns about stealing, guess who they gonna steal from next?
Yeah, that's why I always say wrap it up.
Me. When they get cooked, when they get good lying, guess who they gonna lie to next?
Kev said, we don't need no unwanted kids. All right, so Yeah, that woman is terrible. Here's one that I've been wanting to get to. I had it in the archives. Let me get to this real quick because I know this isn't real, but the message is as true as you ever going to get.
Hey, baby, your uncle's here. Say hi. Hey, Mom.
Hey, girl, come give me a hug.
Oh, no. Hugs aren't my thing.
Stop playing. Come give me a hug.
No, like, seriously, the whole touchy thing, it's not my thing. You know, respect boundaries.
Damn, tell her to give me a hug.
Absolutely not. She just said that. No, she did not. She's uncomfortable with hugs. It's not her thing. Respect her boundaries.
I think I would overreact.
Look, I'm not overreacting to anything. This is her house. She's uncomfortable. She don't want hugs. She told you that. Don't try to force it. Family or not, respect it, or you can go.
I think.
Okay, then you can go.
All right, whatever.
Love you, but you gotta go.
Man,
so I know. Hey, shout out to E. Real quick, Mike. You could tell is not real, but that's besides the point. But the message is so true, and I will just say this before y'all go. If a kid is telling you that they feel uncomfortable with any male in your family hugging them,
or
you
female,
better believe something happened.
Yep.
Don't miss me with all that. Oh, they just being weird and they just, you know how kids are and stuff like that. I teach my daughter can't sit on a man's lap. My daughter knows how to hug from the side. If a child is telling you, and that's a problem with these parents, they don't look at the signs. If a child is telling you that I don't want to hug this person, that's not my thing. 9 out of 10, there's a reason why. Y'all got the floor.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. Go ahead, y'all.
Well, you ain't got nothing to say about that.
I was gonna go a different direction, but the direction you went made the direction I'm gonna go sound horrible, so I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, if my daughter, if that was the problem with my daughter, I'm definitely gonna dig deeper and I'm not gonna leave it alone because there's a reason. There got to be a reason, and I'm gonna dig deeper until she just admitted or something. Because somebody's ass be kicked because they touched my daughter.
Man,
Yeah, I would. Topics like this piss me off. But yeah, if that was the case, I don't really have kids myself, but I have met people who were in situations where like family members took advantage of them. You know, situations like that, it makes you want to strangle somebody. But yeah, I would agree. I have to agree with Trevor. Like, you know, kids, they're usually like innocent. They're usually the type to tell the truth a lot. If they feel like they're to a certain point, but what I mean when I say that is like they don't hide their emotions like
right
as easily as like an adult. So like if I'm seeing that they're uncomfortable, if they're telling me they're uncomfortable with somebody, something's going on, you know. And I know for a fact there's a lot of dudes that can't get played, they can't get, you know, regular women. I wouldn't be surprised if they're looking for like the easier catch, you know. So stuff like that, like I definitely would not play with. It just sucks that, you know, there's people out there who just don't believe their kids, you know, or leave their kids, you know, around these type of people because they have to work and stuff like that. So really unfortunate, but yeah, you got to believe your kids and protect your kids.
You know what? I'm Mike, and I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. I don't care.
You might as well say it.
So check me out. If we're talking about preteens, little kids, I got no disagreements, none whatsoever. This was a grown woman. I know the girl. I know the channel. I know her. She's a grown woman and she's a lesbian. That's besides the point. I'm just saying that's how much I know them because I watched them a lot.
Hold on 1 second before you go any further, Mike. Just so we understand, we're not saying this is real.
Oh no! I know we're not.
Oh, okay.
I know we're not. We're not. I'm talking about just I'm devil's advocate apparently. So if you're talking about preteens, young kids, 100% agree. No, if my daughter don't want to hug you, that's just what it is, and I'm cool with that. But if you let that stuff go on until 15, 16-year-old and there's no conversation, that like if it happens the first time, there needs to be a conversation. But if I'm afraid that we're gonna let our kids dictate things so much to the point that they're not gonna be able to survive in this society. Because I hugged my grandma, like Cliff saying, plenty times when I didn't want to. Whole lot of aunties I ain't want to hug. I don't want to touch her. She smelled funny. I don't want to. She got a whisker. A whole bunch of stupid reasons I ain't want to hug people. And you get over it. I'm not saying, I know some people, God, I sound like an asshole. Look, there's certain things that build up character and build you up to be able to survive in society. If you are hidden and protected from everything in the world, you're not going to survive, because I bet money the same people that had parents like this when they were older were the ones who quit their job because I don't like the way my boss talked to me. I didn't feel comfortable. I had to leave. And now they living with mom, or now they back at daddy house, or now they living with their sister. So we're talking about preteens and children. I'm saying always protect your kids. But if we're talking about teenagers, older, 15, y'all know my cutoff, my age is 15, 16. We're talking about 15, 16 and up. Give me a reason to go hug your grandma. I'm sorry.
So hold on, Kev, because I don't, and shout out to MD, said he's at his son's football game and his phone's about to die. Free MD 20. So, because normally I just jump all over this stuff without listening, but so I'm listening to what he's saying, and I want to just make sure before I make any quick judgment. So we know that it's not true, blah blah blah. So we've established that. So you're saying under 15, don't ignore the signs.
I'm saying never ignore the signs. But if it's happened before 15, that's when you go digging. If it's happened after 15, we've already had a conversation. And you're just like, because if you listen to what she said, why don't you want to hug me? She's like, I don't know. I'm just not a touchy person. It wasn't that the guy was the problem. She said, I'm not a touchy person. Get over it. Go hug your uncle.
Yeah, that was my question. I was like, well, that's what I thought. I said, well, was the uncle the problem or was it the girl? That's what I was trying to figure out, because I didn't hear where they alluded to the uncle was the problem. It was kind of the mom and daughter type of thing.
And so I'm gonna respect what y'all saying, because y'all my co-host, but I think what is going on here is implied that she doesn't want to touch him because maybe something had happened before. That's just me. I'm looking further in it, because hold on, Mike. How many times when all these stories happen, and then when a woman's 40 years old screwing everything that walks, and then we go back and she's like, hey man, when I was 10, Uncle such and such used to touch me, but y'all never paid attention. When I didn't want to hug him, y'all made me hug him anyway. Right. So how many times have we ignored the signs so much? And I'm not saying us, because we haven't had to deal with that, but we ignore the signs so much that now you look at this, a lot of things go unsaid. Like, you should just be able to read body language. And if the girl is like, I just don't want to touch him, I'm not trying to put him out there as a creep, but if it's okay, Mike, you watch Family Guy. So we watch the episodes where Lois will be in trouble, and then she'll be thinking in her mind, like, Peter, we've been together for such and such years. If you know anything about me, please, just think that something's going on. And I feel like that's what's going on in this situation. She's like, I'm not gonna bust my uncle out, which she probably should, but is implied. To me, that's how it come off, like it's implied.
Implications are subjective. If you feel that way, respect what you're saying. If I feel like my uncle's a creep, he don't get to come to my house. Period, point blank. He don't get to ask my daughter if he can get a hug or not.
Well, he's not gonna be a creep around you anyway.
Already 18 years old, you done already failed. And if you letting them in the house again, you're still failing. So making a stand now don't mean nothing to me.
I mean, because when family get together, for example, when my family get together, we all hug each other when we see each other. Haven't seen each other in a long time, so it's a form of greeting, us, solidarity. You know what I mean, amongst family. So it is a sign. Hugging is a sign when you see family. That's what I'm saying. The clip didn't allude to that he was a freak or something. So it looked like to me she was just the mom was just and daughter was being funky and rude and whatever. Like Mike said, I mean, if it was my daughter and her uncle came in, she and said ask for her. That's what I do. Hey, go hug your uncle, say hello, because that's what family do. But it didn't allude to he was a freak or a jerk or some type of creep. So
Right.
it
But
could just be a
Wayne,
mutual being.
if you told your daughter to go hug her uncle, and she was like, "Oh man, I don't want to," if you notice she always hugs him, and now all of a sudden she's like, "Oh man, I don't want to," you wouldn't
on it.
Yeah, because see, because I have a daughter. I have an older daughter who's, she can be kind of shy. You got to make her go say, you got kids and they ain't seen. Oh, that's your Uncle Bob. Yes, that's Uncle Bob on your daddy's side. That's your family. Go hug your family. That's what black folk do. You look at any family reunion picture, people hugging when they congregate and see each other.
Hey, and
So
Wayne and I are not saying don't be on the lookout. We're not
right,
saying that.
right, exactly. I'm not
I'm
saying that.
saying everything don't make someone a pervert. I
Yeah,
have a niece who, when she first met me, was scared because she don't like men and she didn't like
Right.
weird. And now she follows me around all Jamaica saying, "Buddy, it's me, buddy. Come on, buddy." And I'm like, "God dang, girl, if you don't back up off me, like that's our relationship now." To the point where I gotta look at her mama like, "Hey, you gonna get this little girl? Like, get her off me, get her off me." Like that's us. And I know I'm not a creep, and I know you're not saying I'm a creep. I'm saying time and place and situation. The situation that was shown on the video, you can play it again if you like, so you can hear that I'm not full of it. The girl said, "I'm just not in a touchy mood. I'm just not."
Yeah.
If she goes, "I don't want to hug you. I'll hug everybody else, but not him."
Right.
Hey, you ain't got to touch him, baby. Hey, my
Correct.
dog, why my daughter don't want to hug you?
Right.
That's different. But if she come downstairs and she, "No, I'm just not, it's not the season for hugging for me."
Snobby.
That's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Go hug your uncle. He ain't see you in 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I get what y'all saying. I get
what you saying.
I get what you're saying, but again, y'all looking at it just how it's presented. I'm looking at it as what's being implied. To me, when I'm seeing it, they're implying something happened. And it could just be because it seemed like every damn movie I done watched over the past few months has had some shit like this happen. So maybe that's just where my head is now. But I want to read this comment. Ricardo says, "I had a cousin that committed suicide due to this very context." Michelle says, "My 15-year-old granddaughter, who's autistic, was being molested by my daughter's boyfriend while she was at work. Daughter ignored signs. He's in jail, and I can hurt. No, and I can't hurt my daughter. She had to see something. So there you have the side where it probably was like, why didn't you see the signs? And this was a 15-year-old. So this is right at that age where Mike is saying. So Ricardo then turns around and says, "Now I get what you're saying, Mike. Thanks for clearing it up." He says maybe she's not a hugger. See, I don't buy the maybe she's not a hugger thing, because it's like he was saying like, "Oh man, like I'm your uncle, this and that." So meaning they got a relationship. So what all of a sudden made her change? Like my brother, if my daughter, every time my daughter sees my brother, she's always running to him, "Uncle Jermaine, Uncle Jermaine." If there comes a time where I know they've been around each other, and then the next interaction, she doesn't run to him, and if he's coming to her, I'm gonna be like, "Man, hold on, boy, something ain't right," because I know
right to.
Since she was born, it's always Uncle Jermaine, Uncle Jermaine, Uncle Jermaine. Now all of a sudden it's like, well, wait a minute, what's going on? Michelle says, at the time I lived in Houston and they were in Chicago. It was years before I could even talk to my daughter. I was so hurt. I told I told that to my daughter's grandmother. I was told that my daughter's grandmother had told her something was wrong. And Eddie Israel is saying that I'm looking too far into it. So again, they agreeing with y'all. And again, I'm not saying what they're saying is wrong. I'm saying the way that I'm looking at it, I think that they're implying something. Mike follows them. Mike knows the people that's doing the skits. So he probably knows that maybe they aren't implying a damn thing.
Trev, I know women who allow their children to choose their own diet, and their diet is horrible.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it's like my daughter don't eat vegetables. What? What do you mean your daughter don't eat it? Well, that's her choice, so I allow her to make her own choices. You see what I'm saying? And then they become socially awkward. Women are goofy like that. They raise their children like that.
I don't think
socially
it's
awkward creatures.
Yeah,
it's the same exact thing. They allow them to make their own decision, and a lot of times these kids become socially awkward. Like you say, they can't keep a job, they can't follow directions, they don't know how to follow leadership because these women allow their children to make their own decisions, and they become socially awkward. So I've seen it before. Allow them to dress how they want to dress, eat what they want to eat. So this is it. I mean, this could be that case because it doesn't imply anything else. Well, because it seemed like to me, well, it's my daughter's choice. If she doesn't want to hug you, then she doesn't want to hug you. I support my daughter's choice. She don't want to eat vegetables. I support my daughter's choice. I see it all the time.
And that's what I'm trying to say. I totally, because Trevor feeling hurt right now. He got it in his eyes. I feel you, my brother. As a girl dad, I feel you, and I'm with you. If my baby right now came back and when she saw a certain dude was like, no, daddy, I don't want to hug him. Ain't no conversations to be had. You get out or I'm going to shoot you. I got to stop saying I'm going to shoot, but I really mean it. I'm really going to shoot y'all. Don't touch my baby. Hey, everybody out there, don't touch my child. For real. If she going to be weird, let her be weird on her own. Don't help her be weird. Let her be her own regular weird. Don't hurt my baby. But anyway, don't. But
I'm just tripping because y'all turn in the chat now. Like now Ricardo jumping on
because they
on y'all back.
You need to go watch when this is done, right? When this is done, go watch it again and listen to how the girl is talking. You're in your mind, she's a little girl. She's not. That girl is 19, 20 in a full lesbian relationship. Thank you. You feel me? Cardi Reed, get them twin. But that girl is a grown, and the mom, and you know what? The mom, she was one of those, how can I say this without being rude? She was a thought petri dish before, like got with a married man, had the baby, and then it's a whole thing. But I promise you, the stuff that Wayne was saying, that energy where my daughter could do what that's what that was. I promise you. Go look at more stuff from them, and you're gonna come back on next Monday like this. Hey, that stuff we saw about last time. Y'all got it. Bet money.
See, again, hold on, Kev. And Kev, I'm gonna let you close this one out. But I think again, because I always say half this stuff we see online is not real. It's just talking points. It's stuff to make us talk. So that's how I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this like it's not showing a spoiled daughter who wants to get her way. It's showing a underlying issue with a creepy ass uncle. That's what I see in this. And again, I mean, I could be dead wrong, but I just think it's giving off a lot of implications, like it's implying a lot of things. Because I'm just like, man, that's your uncle. Why all of a sudden now you don't want to hug him?
I'll find you a better video and we can play it next week.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into this. Go ahead, Kev.
You good? Yeah, I want to agree with Mike about the whole
what is happening? Ever since that movie
when
I caught Nene on Team Retrograde, I've been on the stream. Let's go.
Don't give him a bomb. But Yeah, I want to say I want to agree, but you know, when it comes to family, like sometimes family can be like your worst enemies, and you know, like I'll always say this, but I feel like kids need to be protected. So instead of how do I say this? Instead of like not respecting people's boundaries, even if it's family, I think it's more responsible to respect people's boundaries, so that way you don't run into issues like at the Thanksgiving or at the family cookout and stuff like that. And if my daughter doesn't want to hug the uncle, then I gotta respect that. And it's kind of weird that in the video that the uncle just kept going like, come on man, well I just want a hug. It's like, yo, just let it go. Why are you so pressed about a hug? You can get a hug like later on, but you want a hug like right now. Like what's going on with that? So that's my thing. I think it's a boundary issue.
Hey, you're island. Are you telling me you ain't never been in that position before?
Yeah, but I never had creep vibes.
This is what I'm saying. You're inventing the creep vibes.
What do you mean?
I'm saying the girl didn't have creep vibes. She had, I don't want to be touched today.
The uncle.
Well, you're just implying that. You're implying that.
Virgo. She had those kind of moves. It wasn't, I don't want to hug him. Go watch the video again. I promise you. Watch the video. Listen to the daughter. Listen to the daughter.
Maybe the uncle had creep vibes.
Huh?
If maybe the uncle had creep vibes.
The uncle had. When he asked more than 2 times, hella creepy vibes.
Right,
I'm
exactly. Because if you got to know your child too. If my daughter's normally not the hugging type of whatever, okay, you know what I'm saying. If she's been like that since she was young or whatever, okay, I guess you just got to kind of know your child or what have you. But
hold on, Mike. Hold on. You just said that he asked her 3 times. That don't come off as something going on.
That's weird, bro.
Why he pressing up to want to hug her? So why? Okay.
He did say that's creep vibes.
Hold on, Mike. If I ask you, if somebody asks my daughter for a hug and she say no, then why do he now want to keep pressing the issue? Like why?
I'm gonna tell you why. If you watch the video, see, this is the problem. I actually watch and listen. Everybody else feels. I don't feel. I leave my feelings in the truck. I don't have feelings. This is Man Talk Monday. The reason he kept going was because of the mother's reaction. Okay? He said, hey, let me get a hug. She's like, oh, nah, I ain't really in a touchy mood. He was like, what? Girl, I can't get a hug. And then the mother turned around like, my daughter said you ain't gonna. That's what started it.
No.
With the mom. He was going back and forth with the mom.
Hold on. I'm about to play this again.
Play it again.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm about to play this again. Hold on.
I'm right here.
If he's right, don't give him a bomb though.
Yeah, because hold
I don't
on,
need
hold
your bomb.
on.
I already got one. You mad because you ain't got one today, Kevin?
Yeah, I got it.
They agree with me. That's all I need.
Let me bring this up.
He was arguing. We was like, I can't get a hug. Like, what we doing?
And
every time I see that, I think of Yanga.
Your uncle's here. Say hi.
Hey, girl, come give me a hug.
Oh, no. Hugs aren't my thing.
Stop playing. Come give me a hug.
No, like, seriously, the whole touchy thing is not my thing. You know, respect boundaries.
Damn. Tell her to give me a hug.
Absolutely not. She just said that. No, she did not. She's uncomfortable with hugs. It's not her
3
thing.
times, Mike.
Boundaries.
Look,
I'm not overreacting to anything. This is her house. She's uncomfortable. She don't want hugs. She told you that. Don't try to force it. Family or not, respect it, or you can go.
I think
okay, then you can go.
All right, whatever.
Love you, but you gotta go.
No, Mike, that made it worse. Mike, that made it worse for you. Nah, bro.
First of all, ain't nothing worse for me.
No, Mike. Now that I watched that again, he gave nothing but creep vibes.
Bro, he asked the girl 2 times. Since you like to invent and throw seasoning on it, I want to throw seasoning on stuff too. I ain't seen my niece in 6 years. Oh, it's gonna be spicy. I ain't seen my niece in 6, 7 years. Last time I saw her, she was 12. Now I see her, she's 18. She's a whole nother person. I'm excited. The reunion's kicking off. Oh my God, it's my favorite niece. The last time I saw you, I was your favorite uncle. What's up, girl? Let me get a hug. Oh, nah, I'm good. What you, girl, stop playing. Let me get a hug. I don't really do the touchy thing, because that's what she said. I don't really do the touchy thing. What? Hey, man, if you don't tell your daughter to give me a hug, none of those 3 statements was creepy. None of them. None of them. Then the mom turned around and said, excuse me, if my daughter don't want to, and she didn't even get it right. She messed up the damn words. But anyway, if my daughter don't want to hug you, spirit fingers, if my daughter don't want to hug you, and that's what started the argument. He should, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He should have, I'm saying he should have stopped, but it wasn't no
you talking about that comment.
She wanted him to leave because she's dramatic.
Yeah, she was over
my choice.
when she said,
"Nah,
man." When she said,
choice.
The point when she said, "This is her house too. This is her house, her rules."
Yeah,
come on, man, get out of here with that.
It's a child.
Yeah, get out of here with that. Get out of here. That's some snobby crap.
This man Jimmy Neutron, he inventing stuff. Like, what the heck?
She talking about, this is her house, and if she don't feel comfortable hugging you in her house, then I'm gonna support it. What kind of goofy?
What kind of 3rd grade bullshit?
Well, hold up. Because I'm gonna tell you, over the summer, wasn't over the summer, it was earlier in the year. This was the spot for all the neighborhood kids, because they want to play in the backyard with my daughter's swing set and stuff like that. If they get out of line and they want to do something that my daughter don't want to do, I always remind my daughter, hey, this is your house. If you want them to leave, they gotta go. What's the difference?
The difference is they're strangers who you don't know, and this is your brother who you grew up with. That's the difference. This is not a person. No,
Mike, that don't mean nothing.
That has creepy vibes. This is not a person that has creepy vibes or has molested someone. You know how you know? Because you let him in the house so freely to walk around your child. If you didn't do it, if you didn't stop it before, then it's your fault. If you thought there was a molester, you should have did nothing. If not, then you just talking to your brother. If my sister comes out here and wants to hug my baby, I'm gonna let my sister hug my baby. It ain't that big a deal.
No, Mike, come on, man. And I know I feel like you're just trying to play devil's advocate right now, but
I don't give a damn about the devil or his advocate.
You talking about if that's your brother that you grown up with, because you love statistics. Let's one day when we get off of air, just look at the amount of brothers or sisters that grew up close with their sibling that still turned around and did something to their child. I bet that number is higher than you think.
Whose fault would that be?
I type of mentality that tells you.
Look at me. Look at me. Look, I am the captain now. Look at me. If I have a sibling that I think that much is molest kids, they not around my family. Period.
But
if I get an inkling of sense that that's what you about, they not around my family. Period. So if you let that man in the house and you cleaning and happy, hey bro, how you doing? She didn't have that feeling. Stop inventing how you feel about men and putting it in the skit.
Let me ask you this, Mike.
If she let him in the house, she was comfortable with him. She just mad because he want to hug the baby, and he want to hug the baby. Well, I'm saying baby. He want to hug the grown woman, the girl 18, 19, and she don't want to hug because it's flower season. Did you listen to what she said? I bet you still can't tell me what she said. Why she said she ain't want to hug him? You didn't know, because all you were listening to was to see if the man was a creep, because that's what people do. They automatically assume the man's at fault. That's what people do. She said, I'm just not in a touchy-feely mood.
Yeah, I didn't see creepy vibes, man.
There was no creepy vibes. The only thing that got kind of creepy is how the mom stepped up and that he stepped to it. And by that time, it was just them going head-butting each other, being stupid. Because they both said, hey, man, this is stupid. This is stupid. Let's stop it. This is dumb.
But what?
Now, don't get me
I
wrong.
understand.
I'm not telling you to let nobody come hug on your baby. You know your daughter, okay? You know your daughter.
Yeah, Mike will get a lot of criminals off.
Oh, wow.
He'll get a lot of guilty people off, boy, because he could damn sure argue a defense.
But y'all assuming that again, I didn't see
Michelle, I'll
anything.
let your boy.
Yeah, I didn't see no where they allude to the uncle was a creep. That's all I'm saying. I got an uncle that's been in the Navy over 40 years. The only time I see him is when he come back in town, and we say hello. So I mean, it could be the same scenario. What if the only time she see him he only time he in town, once or twice a year, and he stopped by to see them. You know what I mean? I mean, it could be. We could drop all kind of different scenarios. I mean,
He could
I
make.
do want to ask
Wayne
this.
can make just as many scenarios positive.
exactly that's what I'm saying. I could make 1,000 positive scenarios.
I
About
can't
people
believe
ain't never
y'all
been
doing
around.
this. I love it, but I can't believe y'all doing
It's
this.
the truth.
Well, also people go find they go feel rejected also too, or embarrassed.
Yes.
You know, if I'm trying to hug my niece and she just don't want to hug me, well, I'm like, damn, I don't like being
Why
rejected.
you keep
Damn, you're rejected.
pressuring
Join
though?
the team, sir. Join the team.
You know what it's like, the dude that's in the club and the girl walking by and he reach out to grab her and she like, oh man, she keep pulling away and he's steady just yanking her in because he can't realize that she don't want nothing to do with him. He keeps pulling her.
That
That's
is the worst
exactly what that is.
analogy of
Oh,
all
you don't
time.
want to come hug me? Make your daughter come hug me. Come on,
That's
man.
the
Get out
worst
of here with that.
analogy of all
You
time.
ain't
In
lying,
the
Trey.
club,
That's
they don't
apples
know
and
each other.
oranges, man.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Oh,
so your
take a
uncle that's
grab.
been in the Navy for 40 years ain't apples and oranges?
Yo, he moved the goalpost so
I
far.
mean, way over there. Way over there.
Hey, let me say this real quick, and this for everybody listening, okay? I am a black man in America, okay? I'm from New York.
Word.
I have never molested, okay? I've never raped. I've never punched. No, there was that one girl in 4th grade, but she was bigger than me.
Don't say that
I
on
don't
here.
beat women, okay? I've been accused of all those things, okay? And the only thing that saved me is that I either had a video recording of it, or somebody else was there, or a girl came out and defended me. And this is me. So I'm telling you, I don't believe nothing without proof, and there's always another side. I had people show up to my house with guns saying how we know you did it. We know you did it. And then I pushed play on my phone and they heard the girl call me a name I won't say. It was a good name though. And have an orgasm on the phone and then get up and walk out my house. And then they looked at her and she was like, well, my boyfriend caught me leaving his house and I had to tell him something. She was willing to let me die. Let me die to keep her honor. So please, just because something is said to be one way, don't just believe it. If I don't have proof, I don't want to hear it. I'm done.
Don't press for a hug. It's the same type of scenario. Like if it's your best friend you've known for a bunch of years, decades even, and they're used to like hugging your wife, and then one day your wife is like, I don't want to hug. No, girl, come give me a hug. You know that, and there's scenarios where like the best friend or the brother is like sleeping with the wife behind the husband's back or whatever. Like,
who are you attacking? First the dude was bad, then the wife was bad. Pick a side. And Cliff, you right.
You're gonna end up like Kane and my man off of Minister Society. he could on Minister Society when what's his name? He had the crazy Super Bowl haircut and he kept trying to grab Jada Pinkett again. Keep trying to grab her. She trying to pull away from him. He steady just, give me a hug, give me a hug, give me a hug. And he ended up getting pistol whipped for it, but it's all good.
And I bet you I could build a scenario where he wasn't that wrong.
I'm pretty sure you could. So Ricardo said, hold on.
And now that he got with Kane, she want to act a little funny. And he was a little tipsy and was like, hold up, girl, you ain't messing with me no more. And then homeboy overreacted. That's what happened.
So Ricardo says we divided on this one. Absolutely. Cliff says if Trevor had a son, I think his point of view would be different. I don't know. I don't know.
Be different.
Mike, you're in the wrong. Mike, you're in the wrong profession. If the glove doesn't fit, you must quit. So, all right, we hit that 2-hour mark, and I'm about to get into the next 2 stories. But guess what? Right after this break,
he got to
gotta figure this some solid sense. Everything that's going on now, I can never make it rain. No fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. I can never make it rain. No fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Just got paid, but I'm broke. You think that it's a joke? It's really hard to cope when you feel like there's no hope. When your funds running low and your pockets looking slim, you don't know which way to go or which way to begin. Looks can be deceiving. What gave you that impression? Live in my position before you ask me questions. Why you jumping to conclusions? Illusions is not healthy. Through all of the confusion, I can't find a soul to help me. Stand alone through the rain, stand alone throughout the drought. Thinking my pocket for some change, but ain't a thing coming out. Bills piling up, collectors calling to collect it. All my money gone way before I get my check. Man, see, this is what we deal with. This the realness, this is life. See, all we know is.
And we're back. Oh boy, so that was a fantastic 2 hours. So we're getting into the home stretch. Let's somebody left me a comment. Let me see. Oh, absolutely, Keela. See, Keela, let me tell y'all something. When y'all start with and sidebar, I know the day gonna come where Mike gonna be like, all right, man, I'm about to go do my own thing, and I'm gonna support his channel just like he support mine. Because over here, we don't hide our talent. We let everybody fly. That's why, hence the hashtag FreeMD. But yeah, but y'all gonna always want a moderator like Keela, man. Keela be on it. She be dropping the channel links. She make sure y'all hit the cash app, hit the like button. She lets you know the super chats are open. Just so you guys know, with super chat, you know, they are open. You know, you want to donate $1, $2, $5, $10, however you want to do it. YouTube does take like 30% of it, so just so you know that. But you know, either way, any little thing helps. Because we do have the premium version of StreamYards. We have to pay for that every month. But you know, regardless of that, we still gonna entertain you. So let's get into this other story. Just staying on the creepy people vibe. Here's another one that I wanted to here's another one that I wanted to get to for a few weeks now. So I'm trying to clear out my backlog so I could get into these news stories that Ricardo and Mike keep sending me.
Okay.
We should have a creep show for Halloween.
No thanks.
All right. So let's check this out.
Pictures of little girls, and either y'all gonna take him or y'all gonna take me. I got it.
Why do you got my daughter in your phone? Why do you got my daughter in your phone?
I'm keeping it lit.
Why the fuck do you got my daughter in your phone? Delete it right now first.
You taking pictures of little girls?
Fucking God, you fucking pervert.
Not even
Get my daughter out your video face, bitch. Delete my daughter's picture out your goddamn phone. Delete my daughter's picture out your goddamn phone. Delete her picture out your phone. You are a pervert.
Pictures of little girls.
All right, so y'all see what's going on, and Eddie, we you know, like I say, man, we just love you being over here. So you know, I ain't tripping on that. We just love your presence over here. So here we have what we know is a creep. Are we gonna make a defense for him too? And you know what? I bet you Mike could defend him. And I'm not saying that because Mike is creep. I'm saying that because Mike is really good at that. I bet you he could defend this guy. So people at amusement park, This guy's taking pictures of her daughter, and so I know we like to be like, oh, angry black woman this and angry black woman that, but no, she's checking, buddy. I wish there was more men around, but I don't know. I can't see a wider view shot to see what's going on. But what do y'all think about that? Just the sheer fact of him taking pictures of her daughter, first of all.
Super creepy.
Yeah, he was standing too long for me. I
Yeah,
wanted he wasn't
absolutely.
on the ground fast enough.
I ain't gonna hold you. I would have just grabbed his phone and threw it in the water.
Okay.
He don't know me. I'd have just grabbed the phone and slung that thing, and then looked at him and told him them 2 words I learned at Fort Lauderdale. Do something.
I could see my baby mama doing that.
You feel me? Do something.
A baby mama doing it.
You feel me?
I would have wanted blood. I would have needed blood. I would have had to swing on him. I mean, and I feel like if she would have hit him, I'm hoping there would have been some other dudes around that would have helped jump on him. I mean, because that's justifiable.
I'd have stood right next to him. You better not touch her. You better not touch her.
Yeah. But then we're gonna get a situation where he could press charges, right? I mean, because you can't just go on the assault one.
I saw him grab her boob.
Oh, did he?
Did he?
No, but I'm a lie. I saw it.
Okay. Well, you sharp.
I saw it. Prove I didn't. Prove I ain't see it.
Yeah,
okay. He said, she said.
Yeah.
Bro, like think about what he's doing though at a theme park, and he's taking pictures, like he's taking pictures of her daughter. Like the creepy shit. That's why I always be thinking in my head, like, man, I think that's why I am the way I am. So Cliff says that if I had a son, I'd probably be thinking different, but I don't have a son. I have a daughter. So I think the way that I think. I don't trust people. Like I don't trust people around kids, and people are weird. You taking pictures of kids, and we don't know how old the daughter is, but so what? That's besides the point. That girl couldn't have been no older than 30, so her daughter's probably 15, 16. So what? That's besides the point. Like the audacity that this guy feels the need, that he feels is okay for him to be taking pictures of anybody's kids, much less of a girl, and he's just like, oh yeah, see, I deleted it. No, man, he's lucky he didn't get his damn wig pushed back.
Yeah. I think I'll definitely call the police, because he probably need to be they need to follow him home, and because he's definitely a predator, and he probably got some they probably need to check his phone, because he probably got a whole bunch of crap in there.
Yeah, probably like a Jared Fogle around this mug. You see what happened?
Second, had to say, I'll erase it. I'd have cleaned them. You admitted that it's in there, and if you have to erase something into something in there, I'm cleaning you. Simple and plain. I hit you like Jamie Foxx did with LL Cool J in the club. Clink, and I'm out. I'm at the front door. I'm in my car, and I'm going home.
Most def. The only thing I would say is I need to be recorded, so that way they can't turn it around on me. But otherwise, that dude's got to be in it. He's got to be.
Don't worry about it. I'm a lie. I tell people all the time, if you give me 10% of what you win, I will lie on the stand. I don't believe in this justice system. I'll tell him whatever needs to be said to keep you out. He grabbed Kevin's tushy. I saw him.
He did, Your Honor.
He did. I felt violated for him, Your Honor. And when it's a white judge, you got to take the base out. Your Honor, I was terrified. I felt so scared for Kevin.
Please. And have a mental illness too.
What?
Yeah. What? You know that's coming up.
Kevin has a mental illness from a weird lady who used to grab Tushy when he was 3. So anything touches Tushy, he just automatically start punching. I heard about it.
That's crazy, man. So I want to get into this next one. This I doubt we're going to spend too much time on. It's not a video, it's just a picture. And like I said, I'm clearing up my archives, and I thought that this was really interesting. And that since we have full force, I'm very curious to see what you guys say about this. Let's see. Nicole Ari Parker.
Oh, she's sexy. Well, she used to be.
So Nicole Ari Parker says she misses the single life after being married to Boris Kojo over 17 years and wants more attention. So now, so let's not so she's not saying that she want to divorce him or anything, but she's doing that thing that they do where they make bad situations worse. There's no need to even go public and say this.
Bingo.
Absolutely zero need for this.
Bingo. Because I mean, look, it's natural, just like we debate about, whether we supposed to, be with one person for the rest of our lives and all that kind of foolishness. Look, it's natural to want to feel wanted by others or want others and all that kind of stuff. But to go public with it, it's ridiculous. That's not cool.
You know what? Trev. You know that thing that a friend of ours brought up that I should do? And the thing you were thinking about me doing?
What, podcast?
Like a little thing that I was gonna do.
Prenup?
Never mind. This is along those lines.
What, the thought box?
Like something like that. I have something I wanted to give you, but it's along these lines, but I want you to play it next week. I don't know what it is about women. Okay? Women, look at me. Look me in the eyes. I don't know what it is about y'all. Number one, you're not the only person on the planet that miss having people chasing them. You feel me? I miss being a chubby, overweight lover since Heavy D, walking around and girls is like, oh, I know you're gonna keep me warm, daddy. I miss all that. But you know what I will never do? Disrespect the person I'm with by saying it in public. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with y'all? You never take, it's like women only see their own wants. They only see as far as their own wants and sometimes their kids, but mostly them. Me. Yeah, same thing Steph Curry wife did. Me. I don't care if I embarrass you in front of the world, even though I'm making all the money off of everything that's keeping me happy and comfortable is coming from you being respected in public. What is wrong with you? Shut up and get another job. How about that? Don't nobody care about you miss being a thought rocket. Like, what's wrong with you? Everybody misses being young. You know what it's called? Growing old. You're getting old. It's happened to everyone. Sophia Loren used to be fine. Eartha Kitt used to be fine. Elizabeth Taylor used to be fine. Then they got old. It happens to everyone. You know what they didn't do? Come out and tell the world, I love my husband and all, but I miss when everybody wanted my poo nanny. What is wrong with you? Grow up. How are you living this long and selected like a 2-year-old? Grow up. Because I guarantee if you were single, it wouldn't be what you think it is. You heifers think that the world is the way it was when you was in your prime. Boo-boo, you hit the wall a long time ago. The only difference is you got a ring before you did. Your man keeping you fresh. Let him leave you. You get back in these streets, all you gonna get is young dudes trying to get a cougar, and that's it. Because don't nobody else wants you. Trust me. Jack Jackson was running around, thotting. Oh, I got married, but I just got married for the money and I left. Bye. Guess what? Ain't nobody trying to run up in that. They trying to hit it. They ain't trying to wife it. Everybody want to hit it. They ain't wifing it. Trust me. You think, what's her name? Eddie Murphy ex-wife. Fine as hell. Everybody say she fine as hell. One dude married her afterward because he was stupid. And then he left that marriage as soon as possible. She run around here being the thought. Drea, fine as hell. What's she doing now? Running around trying to lock up a new NFL player. That's what your future is. Your future is becoming a thought. Bernice, fine as hell. What's she doing now? Running around with all her kids, empty finger. Get the ring, then sit your ass down.
Just a fun pocket for a moment.
I think I found the next mic checked.
That's right. Yeah. I can definitely say it's gonna be scary, like getting married. Especially like finding 2 wives to get married to, because situations like this, I don't blame anybody for getting like anxiety. And the fact that like women love attention
Oh my
And
God.
I know. Attention is like crack to women. It's like, oh man, how am I gonna keep up with all these things that can like ruin my relationship, yo? So, yeah, man, you got to take care of your mental. I would say this is the guys, man. You got to take care of yourself and make sure you know you're in tip top shape to take care of your house, because like stuff like this is stuff that you don't want to go through. You know, like you if you're getting married, definitely get a prenup. You know, do what you got to do to protect yourself, because otherwise you're just gonna go downhill. Life is gonna go downhill, I would say.
That was cute, Kev. But
Definitely.
this is Boris Kojo.
I was just getting ready to say that. She's married to Boris Kojo. She's married to Boris Kojo, and she still ain't satisfied.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
She ain't married to this dude with the Batman shirt on. She married to damn.
Oh my gosh.
She married to Boris Kojo.
They are goofy. I'm telling you, they have the emotion intelligence of a 14-year-old. I don't care if they're 45. It studies on this stuff. Okay, they don't mature past 14 mentally. I'm telling you. She's with a successful, attractive, rich man who can have almost any woman he wants, and she still feels Mr. Single Life. Bro, like,
Well, money ain't everything, but yeah, it's definitely a goofy move.
And like I said,
That's Boris Kojo.
That's Boris. That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
Boris Kojo.
Hey, didn't Jay-Z cheat on Beyonce? It's natural to want to be wanted by others, man, or to want to,
We don't know that's a fact, though. I still don't know that's a fact. I don't.
You know what neither one of them said? I want to be single.
Right.
No one said that. Jay-Z wanted
yeah.
Jay-Z wanted some coochie, and Beyonce wanted to check them. They both got it done. Nobody said they wanted to be single. That's being a child.
I don't know if that's still true, that story, though. I mean,
Maybe.
some people say it was a publicity stunt. You know.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Hey, let's be clear. If they both got, and this for everybody in the chat and everybody on the show, if these two broke up now, who you think having a better summer?
Him.
Oh, Boris all day.
Sit your ass down, woman.
Yeah.
Him.
You don't look nothing like you used to look when Soul Food was out. You don't look nothing like that no more. You look like surgeons done put some things on you. He still look fresh and clean, busting out the plastic. Sit down and be happy you got one.
But then again, now they both gonna have a hot summer, but who's gonna want to marry her? Nobody's gonna want to marry her. But
Don't they have a couple of kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got they got two kids.
Wore that box out.
Yeah, ain't nobody wifing a middle-aged woman with with a bunch of kids.
Because there's
can do it.
Is running after Boris. Can I get on your yacht? Oh,
every man in this chat will poke her, but wouldn't want to marry her. So she could have a hot summer, a hot period. But as far as getting married, that's done now.
Yes, Cliff. He was always right. Women are finding that out too. Go look at the women who quit the business of hooking women up with people, because the women either don't know what they want because they just be talking, or they want way too freaking much because they just be talking. Of course he was right.
So Eddie Israel says no man can truly satisfy a woman. They can only satisfy themselves. Some women are always looking for the next thrill. And hey, bro, it's like they always in upgrade mode, like always.
Hey, but guess what? There's some women that are smart enough to say, "Ooh, child, I'm tripping. I got good stuff at the crib. Let this go. It's just a feeling. I'm gonna go flirt my man off real quick." A lot of women smart enough to think that way. You can have the feeling, just shut up.
Exactly. Don't put yourself out there to say it, because come on, man. Anybody been married more than a year can tell you, hey, stuff gets redundant. I love steak, but I can't sit there and eat a steak every day of the week. We're gonna have to do some mixing up here.
Right.
So it's like, even in a marriage, I've been married Hold on.
Get it right. Get it right.
Yeah, I've been married 10 years, been together with my wife for 12. There's some things that we had to try again. There's some things we had to spice up and be like, well, okay, that may have worked then, but it don't work now because I done got a little heavier or whatever, or you know what I'm saying? So you gotta change it up.
Stretch though.
This guy.
But my wife not talking about, oh yeah, I want to know what it's like to be single again. What?
Yeah.
Stupidity. And shout out to all the women who know right from wrong and ain't stupid, aka my Kita talking about sitting. I'm so jealous of all of y'all dudes that got the good ones and left me out here with these thought petri dish rocket whore bags. I'm sick of them. Sick of them.
Oh God.
All right, let's get through these. Let's get through these last ones. Shit, I'm still not gonna get through.
Sure, you too, Big B. You got you a wife too. I ain't even mad at you. I'm jealous as hell. Wayne
All
Smith.
right. Is this up? Yeah.
Yeah, it's up.
My husband and I have been married for 5 years and we have 3 children together. The last 3 years have been a nightmare. We argue all the time. We're not affectionate. As a result, I found myself getting closer to a coworker. A coworker. It wasn't on purpose. He fills a void that I have in my marriage. We haven't been physical, but the emotional connection is so strong. I'm on the verge of leaving my marriage so I can start over with my coworker. What should I do? Oh, Lord.
Of course, things are going well with your coworker because y'all don't have the same complexities. Y'all not trying to build a life together. Y'all not trying to run a house together. Y'all are not trying to raise kids together. So he doesn't have the same responsibilities to you as your husband. So don't allow that to fool you to thinking that if y'all are around each other all day like you and your husband are, that it's going to be the same energy. Understand that only 11% of affairs actually turn into relationships. And of those 11% of people who end up getting in a relationship and getting married, 75% of those marriages end in divorce.
You're looking from this situation like, oh, it's so great. And he listens to me and he validates me and we have a great time together. And it may feel good to you right now because you have a void and you're not receiving it from your husband, but that's all it is.
Right.
Is the feeling. The facts are.
All right. So real quick, the only thing I got to say about this, on the other side of the grass is dirt. So people always talk about the grass is greener on the other side, blah, 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 blah. And Buddy hit it right on the nail. You not with that coworker, you ain't got to pay bills, you know, you ain't got to run the house, you ain't got to have kids, you ain't got to do so. You getting all the sex without any of the real issues. And it's just like a man who goes out and messes around. You getting just that, you know, you getting that sex. You may rub your back a little bit better or whatever, but you're not getting all the extra stuff. So it's like you got your problem solver, but you still got to come back to the problem. So that's all I got to say about that.
You eventually another problem because I mean, there's gonna always be problems in relationships. So you just found a new spark, and then after that spark is gone, then what?
But and before anybody else go, I still got all these letters, man. We gonna get to them eventually, but you know, stuff always coming up, but we will get to them. So just keep that in mind.
Man, y'all chicks is so goofy. Like, I'll tell you this, and this is what I tell my female friends all the time. 9.8 times out of 10, all you got to do is continue listening, and you'll learn that the actual problem in a relationship is the woman. Just listen. This woman is talking about what she can't get from her dude when she's giving all the nice, the soft, the sweet parts of herself to another man at work. Think about that.
Well, you don't know she was giving her dude. That
She is.
I know for a fact she is. I've only slept with women my entire life. I've only smashed women. I've only been around and dated women. I know how they get down. when they have that little, even the flirts who like to flirt with everybody, they only give that real soft center to one person. They give it to one person. And if you're giving it to this dude at work, you're not giving it to your husband. And he knows it. You're not. Women love to say, yo, listen to any woman complain, and it'll be like nothing's their fault, right? Ask questions, and you'll see it's mostly their fault. That I'm trying to tell you. I wish I could make you all watch a divorce court I just watched yesterday, where this woman came in and said, my man is insecure, he's this, he's that, and I can't be with him. And guess what it turned out? She told him that the man at work is so sexy and he's her fantasy. But he's insecure. You just told this man, your fantasy man is at work who you ride the bus with. But there's no, bro, oh my God. Trevor said it best. The grass is not always greener, ladies, but I welcome you to go over there and try it. Go over there and try it. Leave me be. Please go engulf it. I'll buy you a lawnmower and a goat. Go over there with that other grass, because I guarantee you I'll do fine without you. Something is wrong with y'all. Everything has to be about you being happy every second of the day. That's not life. Life doesn't work like that. You're going to come home and be miserable about something. And I have to be cool because I'm the other half of the relationship. That's my job. Well, guess what? Sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes I'm pissed off at my boss for being a prick. Sometimes Trevor wouldn't give me a bomb when I deserve 3 of them things. I'm mad. And I come home and you got to rub my head, rub my back, tell me my waves is fire, even if they not. That's called being in a relationship. It ain't all about you. You don't get to be happy all the time. If you could be happy, you know who's happy all the time? Toddlers. That's it. That's it. Toddlers are happy all the time. They wake up.
Get it there,
they
man. Mike got to go off.
They wake up, they got a titty. When they stop sucking a titty, they got a mommy. When they stop playing with mommy, they got a daddy who love them just as much. And he throw them, do all the dangerous stuff, and then hold up, I'm hungry. More titty. That's toddlers. They're the only ones that's happy. Only ones. Their life is 30% titty, 20% somebody else wiping their ass. Life don't get no better than that. Once you get past that, you can't expect to be happy all the time. Grow up.
Titty would be nice right now.
It really would. I could use the areola, my G. Did you see the picture that's
Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead.
That man going off. Oh, my brothers. Who hurt you guys? Because that was
Hey, Michelle, nope, I don't know you like that. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Okay, I'm kidding.
Yeah, baby.
It's as much as I love women, like that's one flaw that I just can't. Not only can I not stand it, but like I think it's just trash in general. But it's like having like no loyalty, you know, especially if like you're not doing anything that is like unproductive. You're trying to build a community. You're trying to build a family. You know, the thing that women want to do in general. And it's the fact that instead of work on the relationship, and you know, if it doesn't work out, you know, things happen. But the fact that you're just monkey branching or like, you know, jumping ship instead of like trying to repair it is like I just think it's just trash. So yeah, I can't cape on that one. But who knows? Maybe the husband's abusive or something like that. We don't know. But you know, if she's using the coworker as like a safety net, I think it's just.
So you're not really caping. That's good.
I'm not caping. I can't cape this stuff. If my 2 wives end up, you know, talking to somebody at work, well, they probably won't be working anyways, but talking to somebody at pottery class or like the tango instructor or something like that, I don't know.
Well,
I'm gonna be pissed.
Bet money Kevin gonna call me to curse him out.
She's gonna be back on there when the coworker get tired of her. So
right.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, A tiger don't change their stripes. So whatever she's doing to turn her husband off is probably going to end up doing it to turn him off.
And how about this? How about this? The reason he likes you is because he only has to deal with you in 8-hour shifts.
Bingo.
Work in the middle.
Bingo.
He don't have to deal with the you that wake up and is an ass until she get coffee, or the you that blows up every time you leave a dish on the counter.
Yeah.
When she leave a dish on the counter too.
He said the pool boy.
They can have it. Yo, something wrong with these women, man. And yo, that Steve Harvey thing is hilarious. Get that pool boy, boo-boo.
Wayne,
she gonna miss Steve Harvey when them. And you see the first thing she did, right? She sued for that money.
You gotta get a prenup, boys.
Gotta get that prenup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how fine she is, how much you love her. You better take anybody get a chance. Listen to Steven Jackson why he didn't get married. When he was gonna get married and he told his wife about a prenup, but she wouldn't sign it. Look at what he did and see how he saved himself boatloads of problems.
Yep.
Stop wifing these chicks for just on the because I love you. Grow up. Other people are you have to take care of other people too. You're the man of this community. You need to be strong. Let other people be weak. You need to be a man. I'm gonna shut up, Trevor. I'm sorry.
You guys see that one video? You guys see that one video where the guy was at the altar with his girl?
Yes.
And, the pastor was like, you know, will you obey and cherish or something like that?
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
Yeah.
Yo, and that fool still married her.
And he still married her. Like, what?
You an idiot. If she's so bold enough to disrespect you that way in front of God, a pastor, your family, and her family, I would have took my chubby ass, let her hand go, walk right down the aisle, picked up one of them maids of honor, and we'd have been at the club.
I'm going to her sister.
But you know what?
You know I'm with the sister thing. You know I'm petty. You know I'm petty.
Keep it in the family.
You know what? My wife, when we got married, she wanted the pastor to change that obey part. So at least, she didn't wait until we got to the altar and make a, and you know what I'm saying?
Wait, what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Your
Wait,
I was at your second marriage?
Yeah.
I was there. You serious?
Yeah. No, this is she before we got married because she had a problem with the word obey.
Did she talk to you about it?
Huh?
Did she talk to you about it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I got a question though. What
and that's what I'm saying. We talked about that before we got married
what other words she wanted to use outside of obey, or she just wanted to take that out?
I
like that word.
Women just have a problem with that word obey, so I think we just changed the word or
what was to what?
Right.
Hey, if I say get your ass in the car, we gotta move. Get your ass in the car, we gotta move. Obey.
What word she wanted to change it to? What word did she want to change that to?
I don't know what word. I don't know what the word was. I don't know.
Listen affirmatively. Get your ass in the car.
Man. I didn't even notice. I didn't notice. I mean, it was so long ago. I didn't notice it,
but the thing is at least we talked about it before the marriage instead of we being at the altar and
So I could really clown you right now, but I'm not going to.
How?
Are y'all still married? Are y'all still married?
Yeah.
I could really clown you right now.
Are you happy though?
Yeah.
And I bet she obeyed it.
Huh?
I bet she's obeying. She might want to call it something else, but she obeying.
Yeah, she just don't like the word. She just don't like that word.
Oh nah.
That's crazy.
So she's cool with Death Door's part and all that stuff, but she wasn't cool with the obey. Wow.
Yeah.
I never heard that before.
Yo, they act like men don't have to say obey too.
That's crazy.
Bro,
obey.
I did not know. I did not know that.
I mean, I'm not on Dwayne or nothing like that because I don't know you. That's interesting. That's interesting.
No.
Now I'm gonna clown the hell out of him when we get off. I'm microphone the hell out of him when we get off of here.
Hey, thank you, Lewis E. Lewis. They
Hey,
pick
yeah, Elu, yeah,
what
that,
parts of the Bible apply. They pick. The women think
They changing the Bible words.
Life is like a buffet. I'll take him obeying me, him giving me his paycheck. Ooh, I like that. Oh,
Yeah.
what? I gotta listen. Ugh, I don't want none of that. Hold
Right.
on. He gonna buy my. Oh, he paying for the nails? Yeah, I'll take
Right,
two of those,
right.
girl. They out they
Michelle,
bed.
why not? Why not, Michelle?
But because it's on
Michelle.
both ends. It's on obeying means both sides, right, Michelle? So what? I mean, what difference does it make? Oh, I gotta obey my wife. Oh, husband gotta obey the husband, right? Don't they say for both ends?
Is that in the vows? I don't think the man have to say
No,
that.
the man don't. Hell no, it's not in there for the men to obey.
Yes,
It's
Right.
the love,
Yeah, they
it's the
do.
love, honor. It's the
No,
love,
it is.
honor, and respect.
It's in there. It's in there.
No,
I promise.
But wait, when the pastor says it, does he says it to the wife and to the husband?
No, he just
That's what I'm
says it to the
saying. I don't think
woman.
he says it to the
No, they
husband.
don't say it.
Say it
Oh,
to the
okay.
man. It's not. No, it's not in there for the man. I'm telling you, it's not. I could pull my wedding video.
Oh, okay,
It's
maybe it's
not.
different
You
then.
gonna make
All
me
right.
go look it
Okay.
up.
It's
But let me
love,
ask
honor, and respect, and
me ask
and put her over anybody. That's what it is. It's not.
I don't, because I done seen
obey.
pastor said to both sides, to the wife and to the
I have
husband, and they repeat it to each other.
I ain't
Having to hold, obey, and all that. I've heard her say both
I know
sides.
I said it. Michelle, do you want a man that protects and provides for you? Do you want a man that is wearing the pants, or do you want a sucker? Do you want a simp? Do you want a man that can lead you? The answer is yes. You can talk all you want and say, "Oh, I want a partnership." No, you don't. You want a man. You don't have to like the word obey. You don't have to like the word submit. You just got to do them.
That's weird though that Michelle would say she don't like the word just from, and this is just me going strictly by what I see her type in the chat, like how she is with the scriptures. This is weird, and I'd love for a woman, a scriptural woman, to come on here and tell me this. Because I know Michelle, being every time the biblical thing, she's always dropping scripture and stuff, so she's well versed in scripture. To say that she has a problem with obey and submit, like, I mean, submission is a law to women in the Bible, though. That's like, so, and I ain't judging you, because you know it is what it is, but just to hear you say that is mind-boggling to me. And
But
and
she
again,
don't have she don't have a problem with provide. She
Yeah.
don't have a problem with protection. She don't have a problem with those words. You see how they think?
No. To be fair, you know, the word obey means to submit, which means you're gonna be vulnerable to somebody's instructions. And let's be honest, there's a lot of abusive people out there, right?
Your husband.
Your husband, the person you chose.
Yeah, you should just pick better.
So
I agree.
Here's obey, Kevin. Here's obey. We're out having dinner at a nice little lounge in Atlanta. Okay, two men started to argue. Looked like a fight about to break out. Babe, get your shit. Let's go. Obey. Right? Boom.
Right.
You know what? Women look at
what I'm saying.
No, listen. I'm tired of
that's
women.
what it is. What are you talking about?
What'd you say? What'd you say, Kevin?
No, I'm saying it's a trust issue. I can see that in like a woman's perspective.
Who are you supposed to trust other than your husband?
Exactly.
I
don't understand.
It's your husband.
Yeah, I don't understand that. If you don't trust me when I say, hey, let's go, is something about to go down over there? Hey, let's get out of here. You shouldn't obey me then. You should submit to my leadership at that moment. You should submit to my awareness, my protection. You shouldn't submit to that because you don't like the word.
Hey, but let's not forget though, if they boss tell them to do something, they're gonna be front and center to do it.
I was about to go there. That's my problem with women. Women, they want a man that's strong enough for them to listen to, but they don't want him to tell them what to do.
Should they change the word? Should they change the wording listen to?
Yeah, let them get it out. Let them get it out.
I trust in my husband to lead. Just something that's PC. I guess you want to say something that's
No. Don't make me kick you out of here, man. Hell no.
That's one thing I can
Do
say.
you trust? Instead of do you obey, or do you trust him to lead?
You need to trust and obey.
I agree.
Why is obey like? Why? So let me ask you a question, and this is a serious question. Is anybody in the chat? Definitely, guys on the panel. Why is it so easy for us to obey everything else in life? You obey not to run the red light. You obey to pay your bills on time. You pay your taxes. You obey everything. You obey all the laws that rule the world, that govern the land. But when it comes to being in a marriage, now all of a sudden you want to pick and choose what you want to obey, or let's turn the words around, or let's make it not say this because that sounds too harsh. I don't want to submit. Because submit just seems like such a dirty word. But meanwhile, you're submitting to every other person in the world, in every walk of life, but the person that you chose to be with, not the person that was anybody made you marry, the person that you chose to be with. You can't submit to them. Why is that?
Let me answer that question for you. It's one word: vagina. And because I'm giving you vagina, I can change the rules.
Nope.
It's my rules. That's it. That's how they're conditioned. That's how they can follow the laws at work. They can follow the laws of the land. The only thing that changes is because I'm giving you vagina. And because I'm giving you vagina, I change the rules. Just like the great Roddy Piper used to say, as soon as you figure out the answers to the test, I change the questions. You understand?
Yep.
That's how they're conditioned. That's why, and you just gotta move around that goofy stuff. They goofy.
And I'm gonna talk to Michelle real quick. I know you retracted it, but I read it before you retracted it. Your problem is not with submitting or obeying. Your problem is choosing. You were young, and I don't know whether, and I'm not going to talk about what you did because I wasn't there and I don't even know you like that. You holler at your boy, I'll gladly tell you what I think. But you were not given the tools to choose a man correctly. And that's why you chose young and chose stupidly. And then you couldn't obey him. But I guarantee you, if you choose a man correctly, you will not have a problem obeying. My ex-wife and I go through it all the time. You know what we never had a problem with? Obeying or submitting. She might have acted like it, but when I say, hey, we're done, she was like, And I love that. That's my favorite thing in the world.
Why is Michelle saying she can't say anything? What's going on? I don't think you're not blocked or anything, but no, Mike, you say something. You say something that I keep hearing is a common thread. I even just said it. The biggest problem here is, and this is what I feel. So this is personally me. So y'all attack me. The biggest problem here is that the women are choosing. A woman, I still believe that a man is who should go after his wife. I believe that. I don't believe women should just be choosing because they're choosing with emotion. They're choosing out of emotion. They're not choosing, who they think who's going to be the best parent or blah, blah, blah. A man is the one, the Bible says, regardless you believe it or not, a man that find a wife find a good thing and obtain favor with the Lord. It never said anything about no women. These women, we leaving them to their own devices. They shouldn't be choosing no mate. I mean, we're all attracted to one another, blah, 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 but it's the man that goes after them. And that's just how I feel,
Hey, no disrespect. And I agree with most of what you just said. The problem is because of feminism, which is my word instead of vagina, Big Wayne, because of feminism, they think because they make money now that they're supposed to make the choice. Kevin Samuel said it. Women control access to sex. Men control access to marriage. That's how it goes. So if you linked up with somebody that you shouldn't have linked up with, you allowed yourself to be pulled in. That was your choice. You stayed there. You let this man tell you that you got to stay here. Where was your spirit of not submitting then? But oh no, the penis was too good, or he looked too good in that Lexus. That's what women today choose a mate over, and that's why it's messed up.
That's why they shouldn't be choosing.
That's that's literally what I just said.
Yeah,
I was like literally backing you up, Mister.
Okay.
Damn, I ain't had to hit it all night.
Being right isn't always the point.
Damn.
That's crazy because when Trevor was talking, I was thinking about Kevin Samuels when he said that women have access to sex and men have decides on the marriage.
He didn't say that. I said that, but I'll let it slide.
No, I'm saying Kevin, you were repeating Kevin Samuels, and I was thinking of that before you.
Boy,
I was thinking that when,
I just don't like Trevor to get any problem.
Hey, boy, if y'all don't get Mike, if you don't credit none to Mike, boy, he gonna hound you like boy.
Yep.
Hey,
No.
shout out to Eddie Israel for joining the chat. I mean the panel. What's up, Eddie?
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's happening?
We good.
What up?
Welcome.
What up?
He's cracking me up, Eddie. I'm not gonna cap.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get on here real quick to talk about
let
that.
you talk over here. We ain't gonna over talk you like Jansen and Duran do.
Everybody mute up. Get it off.
Hey, Trevor, I don't know if you
and look at that. Just as I say it, Dwayne talk over the man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Eddie.
I can't hear nothing.
Yeah, Eddie. Eddie, where you at? Where you at? All right, go ahead, Dwayne, till he come back.
I don't remember. I don't know if you remember when Carol was on your show, and she said that she didn't think she was submissive until I confirmed she was. So
I absolutely remember that.
Okay, because she thought that because she has a strong personality, but she is very. It's just some people just don't. They just don't like that word, obey or submissive or whatever. But she's a woman that wants her man to lead. So I was gonna say something wrong and say she's a woman and to know to stay in her place and let her man lead, but.
I remember that show very fondly, and I remember that conversation that you were even saying that how she allows you to lead, and she looked shocked. She was like, "Oh man, she didn't know that you felt that way about her."
Right.
So I remember that.
Right.
So I want to agree with you guys.
Echo. Somebody got an edit. Oh, Eddie, you got an echo.
Is it still echo?
Hold on. Yeah, you probably got two
screens over.
Yeah, mute. Oh, okay, that works. Yeah, I want to say I want to agree with you guys. But yeah, I still give women like a little leeway because of the whole Me Too movement thing. Like, that is like the most like eye-opening thing that could have ever happened is the fact that it was normal at a point to be a creep. Like creep culture was just a normal thing. There's the creep to follow strippers' homes. It was okay to put put stuff in women's drinks, or in college campuses. There's a lot of issues where guys would invite girls to parties and get them so drunk to the point where they weren't cognitively sound. So of course they're gonna take advantage of them. Quaaludes, that was a thing, and Bill Cosby was just the biggest martyr for that. So, when women complain about the word obey, I can understand when it comes to like contexts like that. And
No. Nobody's telling you to obey a stranger. That's stupid. Nobody's telling you to obey some stranger.
Whoa! I'm not
be too foolishness. Don't get me wrong. I find it hilarious how a man and a woman can go to a club, both get drunk off their ass, go home, have sex, but only the woman was inebriated beyond consent. How that work? How that work?
We're acting
We
like
both
dudes aren't
drunk.
creeps to where like they.
Why am
Go ahead.
I not? Why am I okay to consent, but you're not? That don't make no sense. But I digress. Being a creep is what people do when they can. It's just it's advantage taking. It's what people do. Women take advantage too. When she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting all this free stuff because I'm pretty." What, it doesn't happen to everybody? I thought everybody got this. No. Oh, sorry. I'll take the free drink and the ride in your yacht. Yeah, that's female creeps. Everybody takes advantage when they can. Simple and plain. It's what people do. Human beings take advantage. You think everybody that spends food stamps is on food stamps? No. People buying food stamps. Why? Because they can take advantage of it. It's what humans do. If you're going to get a leg up, you're going to take it. Pretty privilege, white privilege, thug privilege, whatever the hell privilege. So don't give me all that. The only problem is when stuff gets too out of whack. That's when there's a problem. And a lot of the women who said Me Too was full of boo-boo. Like if you listen to stories, I was in the room and he pulled this thing out. And what'd you do? And then he started playing with it. And what'd you do? I just sat there. Why you ain't get up and leave? I felt like I couldn't. I don't want to hear no more of the story. We're done talking. You're an idiot and go about your business. I'm sorry, my baby.
Okay, you're bugging on that last part. You're bugging on that last
Call
part.
it what you want. If I'm in a room, with a dude and
You're a man. What are you talking about?
If I'm in a room with a dude and he's my boss and he pulls this thing out and he's like, "You want this job? You got to stay here." Guess what I'm gonna do? I'll be in unemployment line. That's what's gonna happen.
Shout out to One Love just joined the panel. All right, Eddie, let's. Oh, go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, I'm arguing with these people.
I can actually hear you all the way in the living
You just being nosy because you want to hear you. You think you slick. You just want to be on camera. Go somewhere.
Right.
I love you. What you said with my daughter? No, I'm playing.
Eddie, let's try again.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right. So I just want to say, the reason why a lot of women have a problem with the submission word is because, well, two reasons. The first reason is it's because every single brother try to use the word, and it's not for every single brother.
Of the word, because I had told him that.
Hold on, let me mute him. Go ahead.
A wife is only supposed to submit to her husband, and the husband is supposed to submit to Christ. So if the wife is submitting to the husband and the husband is submitting to Christ, y'all both really submitting to Christ, because it's Christ that tell you how you run the marriage. And so that's the reason why when I put that comment up earlier about the husband reverencing the wife as his own body, and then and in turn the wife, the wife will submit to him. But see, the other side of that coin is a lot of men aren't ready to lead, and a lot of women aren't virtuous according to the Bible. So because a lot of women are virtuous according to the Bible and a lot of men aren't ready to lead, we got a lot of people being matched up that shouldn't be matched up. And then marriage is turned into what it's turned into today.
I agree.
But back then in the days where, you had to go pay the father a dowry to be with a woman, and a lot of them marriages, they lasted out, because, the fathers made sure back in the day that their daughters was going to be taken care of for life. Now, I'm not saying that some of those marriages didn't go wild. Like, of course, some of them went wild. Everybody ain't perfect. But when we did things those days, marriage rates were higher and divorce rates were lower. So women have become unsubmissive, and then they raise unsubmissive women, and in turn, the brothers have reacted to that and have become like more feminine and not ready to lead. And so that's why we have what we have today.
Guess what, Eddie?
Dang it, I wanted a bomb.
You make a lot of sense. You make a lot of sense when you ain't got your buddies cutting you off, man. I'm telling you.
Bro, I wholeheartedly agree. I tell people, Hey, you remember a rant I had back in the day where I said that too? I think it was my first bomb, where I was like, "You're not supposed to submit to men. You're supposed to submit to your husband."
Right.
That's literally what I say.
Yeah, but
if this is the man you choose to be your husband, I don't want to hear nothing about I want another word. Because there's no other word for provide. There's no other word for protect. Unless you're gonna get up in the middle with me and get that shotty with me, say the words you need to say.
And that's why I was just saying what I was saying, brother. If they virtuous, they not gonna be trying to choose no husband. They gonna be waiting to get chosen. If they virtuous and they man in the right place.
I'm with you.
Exactly.
We're not disagreeing. Same thing.
That's why I go back to, I don't think women should be choosing men at all. Like, well, okay, yeah, women could choose men all they want. Women shouldn't be choosing their husband. They shouldn't be choosing their husband. The husband is the one that has to find out. But a woman, and we're coming up on this 3-hour mark, so I'm not going to get to the last two videos, but a woman needs to hide herself so she can be found. That's another problem that we have. This speaks to your virtuous woman, because we have these women so all out in the open. They lead, like Mike says this all the time. They lead with their private parts. It's never like, hi, my name is Crystal. Is hi, look at my vagina. Look how fat it is. Look at the camel toe. Oh, you want to know my name? Well, I don't know you like that to give you my name. I'm like, what?
Where you can see my boobs falling out.
But you like legit just showed me your whole body, but I can't get your name. Okay, so these women, unfortunately, they aren't getting married, and they like to say that they don't want to be married, but they're lying. The majority of them aren't getting married and will never get married because they aren't hiding themselves to be married, and that's what I got to say about that.
Hey, did you see that video? Did you see that video of Keke Palmer criticizing Claire Huxtable?
She better not.
She better not.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Send me that.
Yeah.
Claire Huxtable is my top essence of a woman and what she should be. She was never no punk to Cliff. She held Cliff accountable, but she never tried to embarrass that man in public. She checked him when necessary, behind closed doors, stood by him, stood with him, stood next to him, rolled with him. Ooh, who dares besmirch the name of the not real but still fabulous Claire Huxtable?
Yeah. Hey, Brent, send me that.
Dude, you got my wife over here cracking up.
Yeah, send me that. And One Love says, I believe most women would submit to a man if he's loving and considerate. Women don't want chauvinist men. We want to be with the man, not rule him, love, protect, and provide for us.
Here we go.
Again, a lot of those men are men that you guys chose and weren't picked by them. Kevin said
that whole I'll submit if a man is incapable of leading. Here we go.
Now hold on.
That is
I'm
the
gonna
case.
give One Love some bail, because One Love normally on her, she on her ish. I'm gonna tell you this, my queen. All the guys that are submit worthy and that have the ability to lead and be the type of man most of these women
they
want,
don't choose.
They ignore the brakes off.
They don't choose. Exactly.
They don't want them.
Exactly.
They want homeboy that look good in the lips.
Exactly.
They want homeboy who looking fly theory. They don't want the guy who's wearing Walmart's top of the line because he's saving up for a house for you two. They don't want that guy.
Exactly.
They want the scam.
They want JoJo. Pookie, Ray Ray, and JoJo.
Yeah, they love their Pookies and Ray Ray.
All
Right,
day. Exactly.
Let me get through the last of these chat because I'm about to shut them down.
I am.
Hey, also, Trevor, my fellas, y'all was wondering what was the word that was changed instead of obey. It was respect. So if my wife is here, if y'all want to hear why.
Carol, hop on, Carol. I'm gonna mute everybody so they don't interrupt you.
Myself.
Hop on because I want to hear your reasoning behind this.
I just think the word obey has connotation that is makes a woman necessarily doesn't have her own opinion or be able to speak her own mind. Like you were talking about Claire Huxtable. Really, she always spoke her mind. She always held her husband accountable. All the things that you said about her. But I wouldn't say that she obeyed Cliff. I think that she respected him. And
Can you
that's
see my face?
yeah, I respect my husband at all times.
Wow.
And I
Oh, man.
always, I do hold him accountable, but I
Wow.
do respect him. I respect his opinion as a leader in my household and and I do submit to my husband. But in terms of the word obey, I don't like that I don't like that word necessarily because I feel like it's a word that children should do. Children obey their parents, but
Ma'am,
not
can
a
I ask you
wife
a question?
obey her husband.
Ma'am, can I ask you a question?
Hmm.
Do you have a problem with the word provide? Because it has the same connotation, right? You provide for children, correct? And you also provide for your wife. So do you have a problem with that word?
We
Let me.
provide for each other.
Oh, wow, you see what she did there, right?
Yeah, I saw. I saw.
We do. I work every day.
But I mean,
provide for
provide does mean just. I mean, you say obey, but I mean the word you can say the same thing for provide, right? You provide for a child, you provide for adult.
I said overall the wording need to be changed.
You can use protect. They can't whistle out of protect.
I like my husband to protect me. I like my husband.
But you're an adult.
Right.
You're an adult. You don't need to be protected. You're a grown up, right?
No, that's not true. But I don't need to obey anybody because I am grown and my mother has raised me and my father has raised me to be an adult. I don't need to obey anybody, but I need to
So you don't
respect
obey your boss?
everybody.
You don't obey your boss?
I respect my boss.
No, Carol. No, Carol.
Obey
No,
your
listen
boss.
to that.
no.
If your boss told you to do something, would you do it?
Stop. If my boss tells me something that I'm not in agreement with, I do not do it.
Ma'am, can I ask you a
Not
question?
being truthful, ma'am.
Whoa,
Hold
I
on.
am being very truthful.
Let her finish.
No.
I'm being
If your
very
boss
truthful.
tells you to do something and you don't do it, you'll be unemployed.
That's
you have
not
a job
true.
right now,
I work
so
for the
obviously
school
you're listening.
board. That's not true. I work for the school
Well,
board.
don't
I've been a
give
teacher
up where you
for
work.
40
Yeah, don't give
years.
up where you work.
I
But
will
just
not be fired if I don't do everything my boss tells me to do, and I know that. So I don't.
So hold on. So you don't, okay, let's say you don't work for where you work because you're saying that because there's certain protections that would protect you from being fired if you don't do everything they say. What if you work for a company that you won't be protected from?
I wouldn't do that. I would work for myself. I own my own private practice before, and I would go back to doing that before I submitted myself to a situation where I had to obey somebody that I didn't necessarily agree with what they were telling me to do, and I had to do everything somebody else told me to do. I don't operate like that. That's just me.
Where in the definition of obey does it say you must do every single thing this person says? Obey means you listen and you move. That's it. And if you choose the
What
right
does that mean? That's
hold
the
up, let me
same
finish.
thing.
I'll let you rock.
That's the same thing, Mike.
If you choose the right man, it is not the same thing. If you choose the right man, it is not. If you choose the right man, you should have absolutely no problems when it comes to obeying. If I chose the right woman, I have absolutely no problems with worrying about my children because I chose a woman who I can trust to take care of my kids. I chose a woman I can trust to take care of home if I can't do it or if something happens to me and I'm incapacitated. That's what choosing a husband or a wife is about. Obey is a word. You guys act like somebody's trying to hold you. You guys live in the color purple world. You think
Mike,
everybody
listen.
want to control you. Don't
Yes.
nobody want to control y'all women.
So
Women
Mike,
are
The
frustrated.
word
You
obey
annoy me,
has that
y'all
definite
crazy.
connotation. The
All right,
word
so here-
obey definitely has a connotation that I have to do everything that you tell me
You know
to
what?
do.
Then
That's
next
what obey
time, when
means.
it's time to protect,
Just like you
make sure
said,
she go
you said it
downstairs.
with your own words.
One
You
mic,
said it
one
with your
mic,
own words.
one mic.
If you say something, I need to move.
When you, if I say yes,
and it
when I'm
doesn't.
saying something,
Let me say
trusting.
something real quick.
Finish.
Let me say something real quick.
Finish.
It doesn't mean that I don't trust my husband to lead me. My husband is not always right.
That's true.
My husband is not always right. I'm not gonna follow somebody when they're not right. So I'm not gonna say to you, I'm gonna obey you because you. Wait a minute, let me finish.
Let her finish.
You may think you're right.
Shut up, Kevin.
No, hold on,
You
because
may think you're right.
Hold on, Carol.
But I have a different opinion.
Carol,
and
one
I'm not
second.
gonna
One second.
obey
Hold on. I'm gonna let you finish, but I just want you to understand this is YouTube and people like to clip stuff and try to use it against you. So as long as you good with that, you know, you can keep rocking that.
I'm very good with it.
Okay.
Yeah, because my principal already knows. He asked me to do something this year, as a matter of fact, and I didn't want to do it, and I didn't do it. So that's the truth. It's not. I'm not making this stuff up.
And you're also
He
in a
wanted me to
position
lead.
where you can-
He wanted me to lead a group, and I don't want to do it. So I told him no, I wasn't going to do that this year, and he's fine with that because I have that right to say no, and I always want to have that right to say no.
You see how they
Because
receive. You see
I
how
am
they. You see
grown.
how they receive it.
What I'm talking
This is
about.
how they receive it.
They receive it as like you're a slave.
A titan.
Obey
You're a
doesn't mean you're a
titan.
slave. What
Yeah,
is
that's
wrong
what
with
they're
you?
looking. That's how she's looking at
what
it.
it means.
That's how she
The
wants to
word
look at it.
obey has
If
that
you choose a man,
connotation.
hold on, I'll let you rock. Let me rock. If you choose a man that you trust, that you believe has your best interest in heart, you believe is going to make the best decisions, you're supposed to follow his lead. That is obeying. Following his lead.
I do.
You're supposed to follow. Nobody ever said that your husband is always right. When I was with my ex, if this was a situation where I was like, "Oh, we doing what? Taxes? Hey, I ain't graded all them taxes." I immediately went to her and was like, "Hey, you the tax person, come on in." And I listened to what she had to say. Why? Because she chose a smart, self-aware man.
Right.
I don't want. It's not about sit down and grovel at my knees. That's what y'all hear. You think everything's the color purple. It's not. It's not about obeying. It's not about you kissing my feet. That's not obeying because
That's
protection
what they think it
is
is.
the
Mike.
other half of obeying. Protection is the other half of obeying because I don't get to choose when I have to protect you.
They don't have a problem with provide. They don't have a problem with provide. They don't have a problem with protection. They don't have a problem with emotional support. They don't have a problem with anything that caters to them. They have a problem with
all of that and more.
But you have a word. You have a problem with the word obey. Explain that.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If I want to use the word respect instead of the word obey, because I'm not going to obey nobody but my mother.
So you don't have a problem with the word provide. You don't have a problem with your husband providing for you like he will provide for a child. You don't have a problem.
My husband does not provide for me like I provide for a child, and I would never expect a man to provide for me as I did provide for a child. I would not do that.
So he pay no bills? He ain't paying nothing?
Exactly.
He pays something, but I pay more.
He doesn't buy you things.
But
He doesn't buy you
should be able to
food.
do it yourself.
One mic.
Don't obey. Don't obey and you pay.
Carol, let me ask you a question.
Don't obey and you pay.
I do pay.
No. You pay everything because you the big dog. You don't have to obey. So you pay everything. Let him keep his money and not his non-obeyed self. Let him sit over there and not be obeyed and keep his money.
So wait a minute. Let me ask you something. If I paid everything and my husband didn't work, should he obey me?
If you paid everything and your husband didn't work, he wouldn't be your husband.
She's moving the goalpost. She's moving.
That's not true.
She's moving the goalpost. Mike. Don't fall for it. Don't go for it, Mike. Don't fall for it, Mike. Don't fall for it, Mike. Don't fall for it, Mike.
Hold on. It's one mic. I don't want everybody yelling over each other because I need to clip. I need to clip this. So I need to be able to. I need to be able so we can hear this.
Sorry, there's not a woman who's attractive in this world that has any worth about herself that is going to be okay with the man sitting at home for extended periods of time, not putting in work, not putting in money, not putting in effort. It is impossible. Your DNA is not built that way. Your DNA
so if
is
you
not
have a
built that
stroke,
way.
let me stop. let me stop you. If you have a stroke right now and you can't work another day, your wife is gonna leave you.
See,
Boy,
I
she
didn't
just
say
blew
I
that
was
door.
That's a good question,
incapacitated.
Mike. No.
I didn't say
Mike,
I was
don't. This is what I'm saying,
incapacitated.
Mike. You shouldn't fall for this. She's
I didn't
moving the
fall for it.
goalposts.
I
Don't
didn't
fall
fall for that.
for it.
I didn't
She's
say
creating
incapacitated.
pitfalls.
I
She's
said the
creating
man
handman arguments.
He's well-bodied and able. You can't stand a well-able-bodied man sitting at home doing nothing. It is impossible. It is impossible. I know this. I'm telling you. I know women like the back of my hand. I'm telling you, it's impossible. You guys, you can't. If a woman, and this for everybody, every woman that can hear me, please believe me. If you go to work and you come home and the man you left at the house is in the same position you left him, you automatically get upset, automatically get perturbed. It's in the woman's DNA. What? You just sat around here all day playing Madden? It's automatic. It is impossible for a woman to have a man that's able-bodied sitting at home doing nothing. It is impossible.
Eddie wants to ask Carol something, and then I got to close down. We done went way over my time.
All right, my bad. I'm shut up.
Go ahead, Eddie.
Shouldn't have a problem for man just sitting at home.
Do you like obey the laws of man? And what I mean by that is like, do you run around killing people, running red lights, running stop signs, all the laws, right? You obey those, right?
You respect the law.
I'm a moral person, so I respect the laws.
Oh, you see what she's doing? You gotta just see it.
Okay,
You
you know
not
what?
see what she's doing.
Ain't no need to me even. I ain't even gonna continue. Yo. That's all I want. That's all I want. I just want to hear your response. That's all.
She's good. She's good.
Carol.
But can you not see what she's doing?
Carol, let me ask you this one question because I really gotta go. School night. Gotta spend time with the little one. So just so y'all know, Dwayne did bring it up that we did a podcast with him and Carol. Y'all can go check that out in the archives on Straight Talk with Trevor podcast. But I'm gonna ask you this question, and I think I asked you this in the show before. I don't remember what your response was, but when it comes to making a major decision in the household, who has the final say?
Who has the final say? My husband.
So you
My
obey
husband
him.
always has the final
You
say.
obey him then. I mean, that's what that is.
Well, that's obedience then. That's obedience.
Moving on.
No, if it's a serious bone of
You
contention.
did all that explaining. You just admit.
Listen,
Let her rock, Eddie. Let her rock. Let her rock.
Finish.
Let me ride. Because if it's a serious bone of contention where me and my husband have a disagreement and a decision has to be made, it's going to be my husband's decision in the end. But
oh no,
you blocked out, mama. Come back.
Oh man,
that's what it means. It doesn't mean I'm obeying him. I respect him as a man, and I want him to be the lead in our family. I submit to my husband. Don't get me wrong. I'm very submissive to my husband, but I don't obey him.
You obey him, sweetie. You just don't like the word. It's okay. We get it.
Yeah,
we get it now. No,
hey, listen. And let me say this, man. She sounds like an amazing wife, bro. For her to say that, man, she sounds like she just doesn't like the word obey. That's all.
Right.
I don't.
But guess what? She don't like the word obey, but she obeys. So D, you doing the right thing. Don't argue with her. Let her call. She can call it eBay. She can call it eBay. She can call it Adobe. I don't care as long as she's doing it.
But shout out.
I respect my
you
husband.
though. I mean, shout out to her though, man. She sounds like a great woman to her husband. I respect that. And shout out for you for standing in the paint. Taking our questions.
So Carol, so now you know where the Straight Talk Society is, so you don't have to be a stranger because the chat loves you. So you can come on over here every Monday at 6 p.m. We do Man Talk Monday, but we do other shows periodically throughout the week. But this is probably the show that you'll probably have the most input on just because of the nature of the things that we talk about. So I loved it. I mean, I went long on this show just because I didn't want to cut you off.
What's my man that was arguing with me so fiercely?
Mike.
Oh, that's
Mike. I love you, Mike.
I love you, sweet. If there were more people in the world who didn't get afraid by me yelling, my life would be so much easier.
I love you, Mike.
Hey, And if you got a relative, hook your boy up. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got another one out there like you, hook your boy up.
Okay.
Right.
All right, y'all. I'm about to close down shop. So y'all going to give your final word.
That was a dope. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I'm clipping that one. I'm
Yeah,
recording
she's
that.
dope. I like
Yeah,
it. I
I'm
like
clipping
it.
that
I like
tonight.
her.
Hey,
She's
I'll
a soldier.
be on what's that thing? I'll be on Ethersaurus, bringing up all the other words that's synonymous with obey. You ain't gotta call it that, boo boo.
She like legit. She legit defers the final decision to him, but just don't want to use the word obey like that. That's
Hey, obey will be banned in my house. I'll ban the word obey. We'll never obey, but outside, she obeying.
I agree that the word should be changed.
Nah.
Come on,
Yeah, I agree.
bro. You know I'm gonna clown you off air, so don't even worry about it.
You know what?
Yeah, it's just
the word
respect.
should be changed for you and your household. I'll give you that, because how she's so adamant against it. It's not even. It's just how she feels about it. Feelings don't change language.
I said that all along. It's just
right.
It's just the word.
And that's why I said
Yeah, it's the word. She has a problem with the word. That's all it is.
He should change it. You should change it so you can be happy with that woman and not mess that up. Don't mess that woman up. Boy,
Well, obviously he did
Oh.
change it because he changed it in the vows. So obviously,
Exactly. But hey, she didn't run up on there trying to mess it up in front of the pastor. I respect her for that.
Yeah, she's a soldier, man.
Exactly. That's respect.
She's a soldier. She's a soldier, man. Yeah, she's a soldier.
Hey, if y'all got a clone, you know what I'm saying, your boy.
All right, fellas, I'm about to close it down. So y'all go and give your closing remarks. Fellas,
I'm mad I didn't get a bomb
lady.
today, but there's always next week.
Wait, say that again, Kev.
I'm mad I didn't get a bomb today, but there's always next week.
I thought I did get. Damn, you know what?
He gets no bomb.
I did want to give you one when you went on your little rant, but I
got
caught up doing.
You're good. Just pay me back in double. That's next week. But all right, chat. All right, guys. It was a good talk. Carol, I was fired. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll catch you.
All right, peace, Kev.
Yes,
peace.
Oh, but I'm more traditional.
That's my little dog, man.
Eddie, go give us your closing remarks, man. I appreciate you coming up here, man, up on a non-biblical panel.
Oh, for sure. And I was just about to comment on that. I appreciate y'all for having me up here. Because I don't see myself as no overly righteous brother who can't sit and have a conversation with people, or I'm still living in this world,
You just
I follow my word. I listen to the words of God, but I'm still in the world with y'all. I can't look down on nobody. I'm not a judge. So, I appreciate y'all for having me over here, and I look forward to coming through again.
I appreciate it.
You are closer to Christ than most of these people who act like they are.
Yeah, I tell you that, bro. If you have to put up what I got to put up with on a daily basis. Wayne.
Nah, that's it, man. Peace, man. Everybody did great, man. Appreciate the panel. Good show today, man. Y'all have a good night. Be safe, all that good stuff.
All right, peace. I think I gotta let Carol close out, not Brent, because I mean we see what's going on over there. Oh, hold on, I gotta unmute you. Hold on. Go, yeah, y'all go ahead and close out.
Hey, there's a comment in the chat that says children obey. What does it say? Children obey, not adult women. When children get older, they are. What does it say? When
You're saying children obey, not adult
parents.
women. Yeah, One Love, you're gonna have to come on the panel and explain that one day. I know you ain't ready to come up yet, but you're gonna have to come up and explain that.
There's nothing to explain. That's self-explanatory,
Brent,
but yeah, it'll be great for her to get on the panel, though.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm gonna clown you.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
I'm a clown the hell out of you when I get off of here.
But enjoyed the show tonight, fellas. We definitely got to talk about that Keke Palmer situation too.
Yeah, send me that video. Send me that video.
Okay.
Hey, we got my banana girl too, but I'll talk to you that off air.
All right.
I highly upset at her.
Parents are to honor their children too. All right. Hey, Mike. Boy, it was another great one.
Hey, it was wonderful. Miss Carol, thank you for coming. Yo, your new name is eBay. I'm gonna call you eBay from now on. That you are. Bro, don't mess that up. Keep that woman. Whatever you do. Because it's slim. I keep telling people the grass ain't always green. There's slim pickings. Keep that grass green, and water it. Give it some mangoes from your boy Mango Mike. That's all I'm saying. Everybody in the world, I love you all. I wish you the best. Stop lying to yourself. Be honest. You're not perfect. Everything's not always the other person's fault. Look inward. I'm not always right, but I'm always real. That's all I can give you. At your boy.
Love it.
Peace, y'all.
All right, Calvin.
Peace.
Peace. Have a good night, fellas.
All right. Oh man. Well, Straight Talk Society, there you have it. Another fantastic episode of Man Talk Monday. Bro, hey, listen, I'm gonna just say this. If you're not listening to Man Talk Monday on Mondays, like, what are you doing? Seriously. I dare you to find another show that goes on between 6 and 9 o'clock that's more verse, that touches on more different topics, that has zero drama, that is better than what we're doing. I'll wait. There is nothing better than what we're doing over here at Man Talk Monday in the Straight Talk Society. But guess what? It does not stop. The train keeps on rolling. Tomorrow night is the long-awaited debut of Tape Fist Politics. Y'all are finally going to hear Venkat go off the way he's been wanting to go off without me reining him in. It's going to be all Venkat, Mike, MD, Ricardo. They're going to be going crazy tomorrow night. I cannot wait for it. That's tomorrow at 6:05 p.m. Eastern time. So y'all be sure to tune into that. Fantastic show tonight. Then we do have on Wednesday Wrestling with Reality, where we will be paying tribute to the late great Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, and we will be going over the All-In pay-per-view that took place yesterday. And then Thursday we do have another debate. It will be Brother Duran versus Peter Cox, and the title of that debate is The Holy Ghost God. That'll be 6:30 p.m. on Thursday. So y'all be sure to tune into that. Everything that we have going on on the channel. Hey, listen, man, this is a one-stop shop. We do everything over here. and see to the sisters, I want you guys to realize one thing. I didn't know that Carol was coming on. I didn't know. But you see the difference between our platform and other platforms. We respect our women over here, and we let them come over here and talk. So if any woman ever wants to join the panel, hey, feel free. What I loved is that Eddie Israel joined the panel. Y'all know Eddie Israel from the biblical debates. But he said, hey, drop the link. I want to get on. And we let him talk, like, because on them biblical panels, he don't really get a chance to talk because his boy's always cutting him off, but he got a chance to rock out. And I love the fact that he was able to come over here, get his points out. Hey, man, I keep telling people, man, Jesus ate with sinners, and you guys I always get criticized. Oh, how come you have biblical discussions on your channel? How come you have all this on your channel when all the different shows that y'all do? Are y'all serious? This is your opportunity to reach other people that may not know about your message, and you worried about the other stuff that I talk about on the channel? Come on, man, get out of here with that foolishness. But I thought the show was fantastic tonight, man. Again, like Carol held her own over here. I'm telling you, I'm almost tempted. I just want to interview her by herself, because I mean, she don't back away from anything. And even though we kept telling her, like, hey, you're doing the typical woman thing, you're doing the typical woman, she stood on her square and she just brought it. And I love it, man. There's not a woman that's not allowed on this show, as long as you don't come over here with the foolishness. You know, you always know my rules. Don't bring any drama from any other platform, and don't come over here dropping F-bombs. Besides that, hey, you can come over here and rock out. Over here at the Straight Talk Society, we allow it all. This is an open platform, open panel discussion. And the great thing about this channel is not tainted. I'm not like a lot of people that have a bad name in the YouTube streets, so they carry a stink. I ain't got no name on the YouTube streets. So you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I did want to bring up that scripture that Keela said, Ephesians 5:21-24. I did have it pulled up. Submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of God. Wives, submit yourselves unto your husbands. See, they want to get married under Christian values, but they want to take that part out as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be unto their own husbands in everything. They want to take that part out, but we're not going to allow it over here on the Straight Talk Society. With all that being said, I leave you with these words. Always. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Mike saying, you ladies make me feel like I have a shot at finding a good one. And Keela says, don't be intimidated by the word, obey and submit. That's right. Absolutely. See, Keela, a real one. And I bet my homie is very satisfied. So, you know, ain't nothing wrong with submitting. Ain't a damn thing wrong with submitting. So with all that being said, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Until tomorrow night, Tape Fist Politics. Peace.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, we on here talking all sexy. Like,
he just goes on. He just went off on you like that, just for no reason.
Yeah, man.